Okay.
All right. Oh, there's a huge lake in the way.
You'll
I gotta
do
go
that.
around this thing. Gotta go around this.
Our lake getting in the way.
Uh,
What's in here? Let's see.
cherry bomb.
You.
I love the song Cherry
I
Bomb.
did things. What are you? Do I want to read you a strange note I found while I know shush. Oh, crazy Jack clan. Oh, okay. So let's read it for whatever freaking reason. Dear stranger, my crew has been following you and have reported some potential.
Uh-huh.
That said, if you can pass this challenge, we may have room for one more new recruit in our camp. Crazy like a fox Jack. Challenge kills some female zombies. Oh, that would be easy. Okay. There's a lot of those, so we can do a lot of those.
Yeah, it's a shame they always put that little, like, you know, story in the beginning about, like, oh, we're crazy so-and-so we're watching. Because, like, you never see any people, you know? It never materializes. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully the new update, because the new update, they have all, like, those new skill trees and stuff. Hopefully they have some quests that are involved with these other survivors, or at least in one way or another, you know? Like, maybe if you do enough for Crazy Jack, you get, like, a bonus to something, or whatever. Make a skill tree out of it.
Yeah. Didn't Joel post a picture of, like, a new
Hey, Adam.
POI or something?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, they've been putting a lot of those up lately. I saw what was the new one I saw? Oh, the Bullet Factory. Have you seen that one?
I think so.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. You probably have to go to the make bullets.
What, on here on 7?
Yeah.
No,
On
it's
7 days?
on Alpha 17. They're tweeting pictures of when it comes out.
Oh. Oh. Cute.
But he knows when it's coming in.
Adam doing really good, man. Doing really good. Just restarting. That Dead by Daylight was fun.
I really can't wait I can't wait until Alpha 17 comes out.
Yeah.
Is this not my bike? Why is it poking it?
Because that's my bike.
Yeah, but still.
Wait. Yeah. Yeah, still. Okay. So which way did I go
Pretty
the
good
last
stump.
time? Let me off. Map.
Oh.
Okay, still heading home.
There's nothing
So
on
far.
my map. Come on, map. There you go, map. Good map. Okay.
Just stopping by stumps on the way home.
Okay, which way did I go? I went northwest last time, right? So I gotta go
sure.
southwest.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Sure, I
Okay.
know. I know. Sure. Alright, let's stop here.
Wait a minute. You. Do you have what they call gas in you?
Uh-huh.
No! You do not! Therefore, I need to go get some. Okay. I get halfway down there and I'll be running out of gas. And that would not be a good thing. Not
No
at
way.
all. No way.
There we go. It's all garbage.
No garbage?
Yeah, it was leather and a short shotgun barrel and some sunglasses.
Ah, yep, that's
Yeah.
garbage. Oh.
Yeah, I don't need to get that stuff.
Now, where did I put you? Order. Shush, phone. Awesome. Okay.
I think I should keep up to date on something. What's that? What's that, Adam?
What?
Bleh. Alright, cool. I made it through the snowy
No
part
fill
pretty much. Uh-oh.
and fill. What?
Oh, almost drove up a really tall building. I'm at the crossroads now.
Was it a Bone Thugs and Harmony song called, or that had the Crossroads in it or something?
I don't know. I don't know that much Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like the whole '90s like hip hop R&B thing I avoided back then, and so now I'm just kind of going back and listening to like a lot of stuff I didn't listen to, but I haven't really kind of like cracked into that yet, you know.
It was just a song that was on the radio a lot.
I mean, there's the whole.
Remember.
I mean, maybe. I mean, there's the whole old story about trading your soul at the crossroads, you know. And there's a song "Crossroads" by like Eric Clapton, and there's a Robert Johnson one. There's been like a lot of Crossroads versions over the years, so I'm wondering if maybe they just felt like making their own take on it.
Or maybe there was just it was mentioned in the song or something.
Yeah. Maybe it's not the same Crossroads. Maybe it's more like conceptual Crossroads, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no idea what you two are talking about. I found Nitro.
Nice. I'm just really tired right now, and with some shit, and it just feels like something I should bring by you. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. What a bummer. Ooh, there's some airdrops out here.
Quite a few. Oh, there's one that has been there for who knows how freaking long, but it's not there.
Yeah, I think that's this one right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, I just see boxes in the ground here, like you were trying to dig through it or something.
Yeah.
What up, Gigamad? What up, ass jackets? That's what he said. It's a weird one.
Ass.
All right, let me go check this other one.
You know, I just happened to notice that it's getting dark.
Oh, it's only 4:30. It's only 4:30. You got time.
Only 4:30?
It's only 4:30.
Okay. Yay! Hi.
Still got time.
Hi. Ow, rocks. Out of my way.
Are you on a motorcycle and out exploring?
I am chasing the deer down now.
If you're kind of far, I probably wouldn't leave later than 7:30. You know what I mean? But you should be good. Just head straight back.
I just ran over a deer. Where the hell's my knife?
Let me slow down so the world can spawn in a little bit.
There you are. What's mad? Shut up, you can go away.
I got a quick question to bring. Yeah, sure. What's up, Adam?
Why, don't
you can call me dirty and
go away.
Lift up
Don't you dare slap me. I'm trying to get the deer here. Do you mind? Go away. Haha. Die, please.
I haven't seen any zombies or any animals. Nothing.
This airdrop is far. I saw a couple zombies. Your mama's so old she was a waitress for the Last Supper. That's a good one.
There you are. Okay. Whew. You know, I could have kept that at the house, but whatever. Okay.
There's a town close to you, Nesta.
There's a town close to me?
Yeah, but you're almost into the burning biome.
I'm heading southwest. So until I can't head southwest no more. Which way is southwest? This way, okay. But I ran over a deer and actually killed it.
Nice.
That was so cool. And then I killed a zombie. I did.
Ooh.
It gave me no choice. It was in my way of me getting my deer. Hi! I am not in a place I want to be right now. Okay, well, I guess this is a thing. Please don't kill me.
I like how on the console, this doesn't happen on PC, on the console, when you drop certain items, they make a tiny version of that item that you can see instead of just a bag.
Yeah.
I don't know why the PC doesn't do that, you know? Have you heard or seen the new YouTube series Bakugan? No. No, I haven't.
Doggy.
I don't know Bakugan.
Hi, doggy.
What is that? Oh shit, that's a... Okay, it's not a big hole, but there's a hole here. Oh wow, that's a pretty big hole. I'm glad I didn't drop into that. I wouldn't have like been stuck, but I would have had to tear my motorcycle apart. Yeah.
That wouldn't have been nice. Which way is
No.
southwest? That way. Okay, I guess I gotta go this way. Please don't make me blow up. Ooh, I am not very thrilled about going here.
There you go. Oh, I know, Sutru. I play this a lot on PC. Byakugan. Oh, it's Naruto. Oh, gotcha. I wasn't that into Naruto. It's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. It's just kind of new. I like my anime old like me. All right, made it home. Start
Yay.
dumping stuff.
I That's a new sound.
There we
That's
go.
it.
Got a rocket launcher schematic. I don't know if you need it or not. Got a boatload of med kits. There was like 10 back there.
Those always nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's always nice to have.
absolutely.
We got quite a bit of them, but
I know Naruto came
Yeah,
out
we can
13 years ago, but I like anime from the 80s. You know, like I like stuff from like 30 years ago. Like the thing I probably watched the most would either be Akira or original Robotech Macross series. I'll watch those every now and then. And I know the voiceovers are a little corny and stuff like that, but the story is good. The story's solid. The story's awesome. I wish they would make a movie out of it. Like a serious movie. This one huge ship, like huge, like the size of like Times Square and more, you know? Like actually bigger than that. It's the size of like all of Manhattan Island. It gets chased through space by smaller ships and it crashes on Earth, but they don't find where it crashes. And like all of human civilization goes by, and then we stumble on it. And when we find it, we're like, look at this thing. And we can't fix it, but we copy its technology and make smaller versions of it and start living on it. And then the aliens that were chasing it find it. And so they show up on Earth to come claim it. But now we have tiny versions of it to fight them back with. And it's kind of awesome. And then the versions of our ships are the exact same height that they are. So you have like little hand-to-hand combat of their guys versus our guys in ships. It's kind of cool. Like one of my favorite scenes is we're on one of their ships in space and they discover our guy, and so our guy quickly grabs one of theirs, sticks a gun to his head, and then blasts a hole in the outer hole and flies out into space and lets the guy choke to death. It's like, I would have thought of that. That's awesome. Oh man, it's a cool show. I love that. I love old Robotech. Yeah. And it's kind of told like a novellas. Like they'll be like, on the last episode, Rick Hunter and Minmay were lost in this and that. Like there's always like, on this next episode, there's like a narrator announcer that kind of made me like it.
Interesting. I'm running over animals. Yay! I found a house out in the middle of nowhere. Yay! What are you? Have I seen you before?
Okay, baby, it's a big black witchcraft rock.
I have arrows. I will shoot you in the butt. Where are you? Oh, you're here. Hi, guys. Come here. Yeah, I know. Somebody's here. Let me aim. There you go. Tom, where are you going? There you go. Turn around. Right here. Oh, really? You had to do the turning bit. You are so dumb.
Okay, all that stuff's to be sold to the trader? Is that what's going on with that? Or is that just like a junk chest? This one, it's like weapon parts and random schematics and
Don't you slap me!
all the tokens.
Ooh, you motherfucker.
There's like fat in here and
Yeah,
stickers.
Stop it!
Yep, that's all stuff that's going to be sold to the
Okay, so I'm
trader.
putting like low-level night vision and shit like that in there. Stuff that he takes that I don't think... I look depressed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sad today. So sad. I don't know. Why am I sad today? I don't think I am.
I don't know why you said today.
I don't think I
Be
am.
sad today.
I'm not. I don't think I am.
Yay. I don't like you. You almost
I think
killed
he was
me,
telling me I
butt.
needed to smoke a bowl. I'm on it.
Oh,
I'm on it, my friend.
okay, you do that.
Because I need to listen to the
I might
cramps
fall
more.
asleep.
I need to listen to the cramps
About
more.
time.
That's what's going on here. Do. Let's put on some human fly.
Where are you?
Okay.
Are you inside the house?
No, I'm not.
Hello?
Hello.
Ooh, there's brass in this house too. Oh yeah, you're in this house. And you're very noisy. Come on. Break the door. Are you being stupid? Oh, there you are. You are a nurse. Hi, nurse. Hi, nurse.
This is why, and I say buzz, and it's just because
I cannot
I'm
aim
a
worth shit.
human fly, and I don't know why. I got a 96 tears and 96 eyes. Cool. Headlights, just what we didn't
Want me
need.
to help you out here?
I should grab the eggs. I didn't always make bacon and eggs out of it.
Hi. Hi. You
Oh.
headache?
Oh no, I thought that was a person. It's just a sign.
Hi, nurse. Are you dead? No. Come here. Now you are. And now you are.
Don't
Okay.
know why, but I say. Oh, it's still empty in here.
That's,
I was hoping this place respawned by now, you know?
yeah.
It's okay. I'll find a place that respawned.
I know you will.
I will. I'm gonna. I think I've been there too recently.
Alright.
Well, let's hit the furthest outskirts of town. This really, really northernly house.
And I want you. I want you. I want you. There you are. Okay.
You're not that far from me.
Who, me?
Press. Who's not
Nessa.
Oh.
not far? Are you underground?
No, I came to one of the other towns to see if there was anything interesting
Oh.
that I could find.
Okay, this one respawned a little bit.
I found a house that we never been in.
Ooh.
That has brass. Has brass.
Oh yeah, you're still looking for brass, huh? I put some inside that box that has the big smeltable stuff last time, but that was a couple days, so I don't know if it's still there or not. You know. Might have been smelted by now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep my eye out for more if I see it, obviously. Oh, there's some brass. Speak of the devil.
Yay, brass.
And just 2 doorknobs, but
Grab
whatever.
you.
2 doorknobs is 2 doorknobs.
It's brass.
Yarp. 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 Narp. Did you see Hot Fuzz? It was
I have seen
Hot
Hot Fuzz.
the Shaun
times.
the Shaun of the Dead people, but they're doing the cop movie.
Yep.
You know? Do you remember the guy with the yarf, narf? There's this guy that always says is yarp or something like that. And at one point, our hero knocks him out and picks up the phone because he's talking to the boss. And the boss is like, "Did you get rid of him? Good. I want you to go on the plane." He's like, "Yarf." He's like, "Do you understand everything?" "Yarf." He's like, and then he had to answer no question. So he sits there and looks at it, he's like, "Narf?" He's like, "Good." Like, he just accepts it. It's really good. It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
We watched it once on
hilarious.
Twitch. I would stream movies over there sometimes. If you tell Twitch don't save it, they don't notice it. They don't really have a real-time copyright filter. They only have a filter that can scan your stuff after it's over, and they can only respond to reported problems. But if you are just watching a movie and you don't have a ton of traffic, and you don't set it to save on video, they never find out. They don't even care. Like, I know even if they do find it, all they do is just remove the sounds and stuff like that, but if you're an affiliate and you want to stay in good standing, I imagine you can't do that all the time, but they don't even notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even notice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I really got to fix that damn window. It is cold.
It was so cold in here last night and this morning. Oh my god. It's a little warmer now. Bacon, when will part 2 of your movie be made? Oh! Do you want me to make part 2? It's been a long time. Do you, what he's talking about was about, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, I made a machinima short called Bacon Creepy the Movie Part 1. And it was just a bunch of weird random stuff that was supposed to seem like X-Files-ish. Like it's like a bunch of military men talking about the new subject has escaped, you know? Like I had all these like slow motion shots of like Zancuda with lightning going over it and planes landing and generals walking in while all the voices are going, and the picture of my guy escaping, and he jumped off the bridge but got caught by a helicopter and taken away, even though it's impossible to be caught by a helicopter. I know that. I thought it was funny. He was falling off the bridge, and you see the helicopter coming, and then it makes like the tension music, and then next thing it shows is us flying away with the triumphant music, like they caught me. It's like, that's impossible, but it was fun. It was fun. I don't know. Maybe I should make another one. It took a little while to make, but it was so freeform that if I didn't like what I was doing, I could just switch gears at any time. But it looked like a trailer to like a spy movie, you know.
Yeah.
It was called Vinewood
I
Confidential.
wouldn't mind seeing that.
It was like a, I don't know, it was
I
only like,
wouldn't mind seeing that.
it was only like a minute long. It was only like a minute long. It was just like a little machinima thingy. I was just playing with the cameras. I should make another one. They're fun. It's fun to do. No, it wasn't suck my dick. It was eat a dick. That's what it was. It was the whisper, because like I showed like all this footage of the camera flying over Los Santos. You know, like if you're watching like the beginning of like a cop show, they show footage of like the city with a flyover. I was doing like some of those, and you could hear like all the soldiers talking about it and all this weird stuff. And then I whispered, "Eat a dick," and the lightning goes off, and all the terror begins. All the crazy music, and my guy falling through madness, and it was dumb. It was dumb, but it was fun.
Sounds fun. Where is it? 'Cause you're about ready to get on my last nerve. Do we have a thing that works, please?
It's 7:22. We still got some time. We still got a little time to explore.
Yay! Explorer! Okay. Hopefully that dong decides to shut up now, and I'm going to house. Just get my crap.
Yeah, I just wanted to make something neat with the Rockstar editor that wasn't like, you know, just race footage. And so like that's why I did it. It was fun. It was fun. You know, get to mess with all the effects, and then also combine it with the effects in the editor, try to get like, you know, movie style effects like voice slowdown and things like that, and just I don't know, it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, where in the world is the bathroom in this place? Whoever heard of a place that didn't have a bathroom in it?
My gas station. Okay.
Where? Oh, there is no bathroom in this house. There's gotta be more brass. Okay, fine. I don't want any more anyway.
I got 2 trophies, 2 doorknobs. It's not a crap ton of brass, but you know, it's some.
Is that the right way? No. I gotta go this way. Okay.
Oh, I think they.
Huh? You think it crashed?
No.
I'm stuck.
It's still letting me chop a tree?
And it just made.
Yeah, it will.
Yep. It did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm stuck. And I'm infected. What did I get infected? Okay, I'm stuck on a no ground thing. Yeah, anyways.
Okay, there it goes. There it
There
goes.
goes!
All right, we're on console, guys, so it crashes from time to time. It's just a thing that goes with this game. You know, I mean, that's why I'm used to it. Okay, because I used to play Oblivion and Morrowind before Skyrim came out. Skyrim, they kind of perfected it, so it doesn't crash that often. But Oblivion crashed like crazy, and Morrowind crashed 3 times as much. And I was just used to it, you know, because I tell myself, well, this is what you get when you play a huge game that's trying to remember, like, all these blocks and items and where you put them last. Just a ton of shit constantly. It remembers a lot of stuff, so I always forgive games like this when they crash. Yeah.
Yep.
Morrowind. Now there's a game.
Yeah.
Oh. I wish they would
Doesn't usually take
re-release.
very long to get back up.
I wish they would re-release Morrowind with an HD upgrade and a voice pack. You know, like turn it into Skyrim basically. Because Morrowind was my favorite of all the Elder Scrolls. It was the most realistic kind of world. Like there was racism between the species that affected your business, what places you can go, what kind of armor you can wear, what religions and cults you can join. It was kind of cool. It was a much more real world, you know?
Yeah.
I always joined
I've
the...
never played Skyrim.
Whoa! Did you play Fallout?
I've only played Fallout like for 20 minutes or so.
Oh, wow. They're amazing. You can craft your own story and like every item in the world you can pick up or put down, and whether you want to carry it is really based on its value and its weight, you know? But you, yeah, it's so much fun. I love it. The universe is awesome. Somewhere in the 1950s, America became obsessed with atomic power to the point of where that guided everything we did. We put in our cars, and we kind of almost uplifted it like it was like a god. And at the same time, nationalism versus China caused China to start a... You find this out by... They don't tell you. You actually have to listen to all the radios in the game. You find out that China invaded America coming through Alaska, and when we pushed them back, that's when the nukes started flying. And so everybody who lived in America at the time, they were already being sold fallout shelters because of the popularity of atomic energy and everything. And so most of your characters play survivors of fallout shelters 300 years after the war, coming up into the destroyed world. It's so fun. I love them.
I don't know. I'm the kind of person that plays a game, and if I get frustrated, I kind of walk away and come back to it, and I just haven't come back to it.
Oh, well, one is
Yeah.
I'm not for it. Fallout 3 is really slow when they introduce you to the character and story, but I love it because like that game. I think that what the new games are missing is that game understands to starve you of stimuli. So when they give you stimuli, it's really shocking and like important and big. Whereas the new ones, they're trying to bombard you with stimuli at all moments, and it becomes like a blurry mess of just stuff. In that one, the world is so gray for so long, and you don't see people for so long, and things happen so slowly that when stuff happens, it's like, whoa, what is this? What is this? You know, but there's like a solitary feel to it all. They keep you busy by doing stuff, but the way they introduce it to you, it's all introduced in this really like gray palette that's really neat. Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, I played Fallout for a little bit before. It is a fun game. I just haven't had a chance to get back to it yet.
Oh, later on, Gigamad?
Been playing all these other games.
Oh, but yeah, Elder Scrolls
Just sent
is
invites.
cool. Elder Scrolls is just the interface of Fallout, but it is the same universe they keep working out Tamriel, and it's wizards and warriors, dragons and sorcerers, basically, you know. But it's the same game. You have the same skill trees and stuff. They're just kind of displayed to you differently, and the way you level up is the same just by doing stuff. As you walk, you get better at walking, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, I miss Fallout 3. That one was my favorite. You want to what?
I want to get Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead is fun, but it's for streams. It's so mundane that I'm not sure it's good for streams. Cause like you're like, I'm gonna go fish, then I'm gonna hunt a bear, then I'm gonna go make a
I don't want
campfire.
to get it for streaming. I just want to get it for playing because
Yeah.
it looks fun.
Yeah, I'm
It
playing
looks really
Gonz's a
good.
little bit right now. That's where you saw me playing. He just gave me his login info so I can use his, you know. But yeah, I don't have it. I need to get it before online goes multiplayer, before that goes live. Because that's gonna be where you can make your mark. You know what I mean? Like as a streamer and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, you get people involved. You can host them, find stuff to do. You know. Yeah.
Everything out of the house? It responded me right back in the house. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Mhm. Oh, can we just, yeah, I just beat my horn. Okay, everything's in there. Now I gotta find everybody. Where are you? Rosa.
Okay, here we go. Back in it. Where am I? Oh, I'm upstairs still. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
really? You had to make it later, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it's 8 p.m. You should probably head home if you're not already on your way.
Yeah.
I love the Cramps song. I say this every time. That song was called "Does Your Pussy Do the Dog?" It's like, all right, whatever. but the end, he totally ended with cha cha cha. It's like you even ended with a cha cha cha, you jackasses. You're awesome. They're so great. I love that band. I don't know anything about the history of them. I don't know if they're alive or dead or broken up or touring or any of that stuff. They're great though. That cha cha cha. Amazing. He yelled it like with kind of a punk anger, you know?
Oh, half of this house is missing. Ow.
I'm waiting for it to communicate it. There it goes. Yeah, if stuff is missing, Nessa, stop driving for a minute. That means you're driving faster than Xbox can tell you, and it's going to end up crashing it. So if you see things not loading in, stop driving for a minute, and then wait for like what you see to pop up. That's what's going on.
I like fell through the world.
That's how. That's what happens. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like trying to get off my bike so I could let it do its thing, and then I fell through the world.
Okay. That's part of the random gen thing. If it's Nave's game, it doesn't need to communicate that because both consoles have full map already involved, you know. But since it's a random gen, it has to communicate back and forth.
How did you get here so quickly?
Who, me?
I rode the bike here.
Oh.
No, Nessa's like right in front of me. Like, how did that happen?
Oh, you guys are far.
Yeah. If it wasn't nighttime right now, I'd be further. But no, it has to be nighttime.
Okay. Let's put a bunch of stuff away again.
I almost ran over your little butt. You want to stop in front of me like that?
Glue. Where do you put your
Had
glue?
to stop and go kill the zombie.
Stop to kill the zombie.
Go kill the zombie.
Yeah, I just got his head off.
Huh.
I don't remember. It's a top one. I know that much. The one next to the food chest, I think.
One next to the food chest. All right. Oh, there it is. Yeah, cool.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just a couple of glue.
I was hoping
but
I was
yeah,
right.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. Short arm pipes, mechanical parts, electrical.
Hi.
More stupid bills.
Here. Wait. I almost shot you. Oh, you just ran over the deer. I wanted to shoot it.
Oh, sorry. You can have the next one.
That's murky water, not alcohol. All right.
actually run them over.
All right. Oh wait, I should get a little food really quick.
Thinking.
I'm looking at the map to see which way to go.
Which way did you go? I heard my voice come back. Go, where do you go? It's just weird to hear my own voice sometimes. Which way
Did
you
I?
go?
I did.
There we go.
You went a totally different way.
Yeah, because you're going. You did it. You're going the wrong way. There you go. Now you're going the right way.
I'm going the right way? Okay.
Yes. I'm behind you.
I thought you went that way, and I was like, wait a minute, where'd she go? I know damn well she did not go that fast in front of me. Where'd she go? Where did you go?
I'm behind you.
Oh, hi.
Oh. What song is this?
I don't know.
It's
There's a lot of
like a Caribbean thing about palm trees and stuff, but when they get the chorus, it's all kiss my ass. I look at it, it's kiss my ass, but spelled K-I-Z-M-I-A-Z. Kiss my ass, kiss my ass.
Oh my god, the songs you listen to, I swear.
I love this band. Well, right now, like, okay, so, like, it all started with one song that was on a Tarantino movie. It's on Kill Bill somewhere. I'm like, oh, I know that song. And then, like, I was like, the next one, I was like, oh, this song's clever. And now it's like, I just throw it on random on their entire catalog. So there's a bunch I don't know that I'm like, this is a good one. This is a weird one. Kiss my ass.
Oh my god.
You can swim all the way from Alcatraz to kiss my ass. They're awesome. They're so fun.
Oh my god.
Alright, let's see. Oh, there it is. I hate how you can barely see the ladders. It's so scary.
It's getting dark.
Oh yeah, I've gone underground to dig again.
It'll probably be a good idea if I turn the light on. Hi. I can see, I can see.
Wasteland. Is there anything underneath the wasteland that's different than the other biomes? Or is it just the same crap? You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can only find oil in, like, you know, the desert. Like,
yeah, in the desert. I
Like-
think you can find coal, but I think you can also find it in the plains too.
yeah. It'd be nice if there was, like, higher concentrations of lead there or something like that. 'Cause that whole place blows up
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. You stop blowing in here, please? I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that.
Oh, wait. You know what? I should add that Kiss My Ass song to my main playlist. 'Cause that one was so goddamn cool. All right. There you go. I have a bunch of those on my, like, normal playlist, you know? If I find one I really like, it gets put right in there.
Hi. Don't thumb down me. Could you do me two favors? Could you come over here and on the very bottom of that, push it in, get that tape to stick back up on it. Down, very, very down.
Yeah. Yeah. What she said.
It's not sticking. Okay, here. Yeah, no. I'm giving you this. Okay. Grab I'm not gonna last very long, but it's good for now.
Whoa.
Could you get me a cup of coffee, please? Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, what you said the second time.
Oh, Paxton, I'm on console today. Some days I'm on PC, today I'm on console.
Hey.
Okay, I'm back to that one room I was digging out, so I can, you know, get a little more auger experience for the leveling up.
Go. I'm still trying to come home.
Yeah, the auger's definitely much quieter on the console. I mean, it's still loud, but it's definitely quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one I just... Yeah. It's still loud, don't get me wrong, but it's a little more normalized.
We're home, right?
No.
Hi.
I haven't checked my skills in a while. I got 20 points available? Hell yeah.
Nice.
Let's put one in Survivor. And then one into Minor 69er. There we go.
Really? Out of my way.
Like your light is casting some really
Huh?
Nessa, because Nessa has her light on and I don't, so it's making shadows.
Oh, Paxton, I know. They need to catch the consoles up. I wish they had paint, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, paint would be cool.
Yeah. Definitely want paint. Lots of money.
Uh-oh.
Nighttime.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What?
We need to go the other way. Oh. I saw the desert and I was like, I'm not supposed to see the desert.
I forgot what button the duck was. So the leveling up goes a little slower with the auger on this one, definitely. Yeah, on the PC, the auger, if I were to grab it like level 1 and start going, I'd be level 10 in like 2 minutes. Like just like nothing. So it looks like they set the way it scales back a little bit, you know, to compensate for maybe the fact that maybe console users would be more likely to grab it, or maybe this is just the scaling Alpha 16 uses or 15 uses. I'm just not used to it.
Yeah.
That's fine,
I
though.
haven't really thought about it.
Hey, Hassan, how you been?
Hi. Alright, you.
Just making sure I was going the right way.
And it doesn't stop no one's ass.
There we go.
Lights are pretty bright. I am cold.
There we go. Oh, nice. The one dark game. Cool, got another level. There we go. Alright, cool. So this needs repairs, and I can repair it. Oh.
Get on there. Off. There you go. Now let me off. Thank you. What stuff? I do. I want to. Back for the rescue account.
There we go.
I got more meat.
Alright, whose room is this anyways that I've been digging?
I think that's what's going to be the workroom, like for all the
Okay.
forging and stuff like that.
Can I make a bedroom
I
somewhere?
think maybe it might need some support. Yeah, you can make a bedroom somewhere. Yeah.
Are all these hallways taken? Is that what's going on? Should I go down a little bit more and make a hallway?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Alright, so this guy's here. Let's go about there. Alright, we can go down that way then. Make the hallway keep going straight a bit.
Okay, I'll fix it. I owe better now.
Which one?
This one right here.
Oh, just go to the one below it.
Let's see. Let's back up and take a look at this from over here. Oh, let's make some wood frames. There we are. Let's put that on the floor, you know? Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Alright. Alright, cool. That'll help my construction a little bit if I do that, you know?
Yeah.
Start repairing the rocks. What?
I'm trying to think of what I need to bring with me. I have Parker with me, so I will grab you. And
What's not fair?
that thing that they had me do, kill the female zombies. I guess there was a timing on it.
Oh, the timer's for like a bonus. For like a bonus. So like, I think what they want you to do is carry it around, you know, and like if you see them, if you see the females, be like, accept, and you go kill them all, you know. But yeah, but the timer's just for like a bonus. But I think, unless it just says plain old failed. But there's a lot of the.
I killed a French nurse, departed woman, a mother. I just didn't kill a putrid girl. P-U-T-R-I-O.
Putrid?
Whatever that is. Yeah, putrid. I didn't kill one of those.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't kill one of those. I failed. I don't even think I've seen one of those.
Hold it back.
Here you are. Okay. So I'm gonna go the right way. I know I don't usually do those challenging things, but I thought, that would be. There's always female zombies around here. I guess not.
Fortnite is a good time to do it.
Yeah. Hey. Ow, that hurt. Ow.
You ever see the movie Top Secret?
Yep.
The one with Val Kilmer? The airplane-like movie?
No.
Oh. It was like Val Kilmer's like first or second movie. He's so young. but it's by the Airplane people. I really want to watch it. I've been thinking about it lately. I really want to watch that movie. It's corny, but it's cute. He is American rock and roll star Nick Rivers. He's great in that movie.
I've seen a movie that's called that, but...
Oh. Yeah, it's probably just the same kind of title. Most people, if they remember anything from that movie, they remember either the cow wearing the boots, or they remember the dude falling off the tower, and when he hits the ground, he turns into glass and breaks. That's what most people remember from that movie, when they remember any visuals. So yeah, that was a good movie. That was a good movie.
There's a cow that wears boots.
Well, it's two guys that need to sneak into like a German prison, so they dress up like a cow, you know, like a costume thingy.
Oh.
But then
yeah.
like there's a scene where all the Germans are taking the cows at the pasture, and they sneak and they get back in, and they just film a cow walking in boots for that shot. It's like, it looks hilarious. It's because they just put these little floppy boots on. It's all flop, flop, flop. It looks at the camera. Moo. They put like a fake moo in, you know. It's a really good scene. But then a bull catches them. The guy in the back is walking holding his butt for the rest of the movie.
Oh my god.
It's a good movie. One of my favorite things is when you meet the French resistance. It's like, this is the French resistance. Say hello to détente, latrine, déjà vu, sacre bleu, cul-de-sac. And they get to the huge black guy, and chocolate mousse. And he's like, ooh. I love chocolate mousse. I mean, it's great. It's a cute movie. It's by the Airplane guys, the Zuckers. Yeah.
Hi.
There's a scene where they pull up in this tiny cart and this tiny little horse, and they get out the back, and the horse is, you hear singing, you hear, it's a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog, and then it cuts, and it's the horse singing it, and then they pull over, and he's like, that's a neat horse. He's like, yeah, and the horse starts coughing. He's like, is he gonna be okay? Yeah, it's okay. He's just a little horse. It's like stupid. Stupid as puns. The movie's great. The movie's great. It's just so dumb. It's so dumb. But it's a cute movie.
Boom.
They have a neat underwater fight scene. The hero and the bad guy are in a car, and it's on a bridge, and they punch each other, go flying into the water, and it shows them underwater punching, and then out of nowhere, someone comes up behind with him and hands him a bottle, and he gets the bottle and cracks him, and then the camera pans around, and the guy gets thrown, and he lands on a table of cowboys playing. Oh, we crashed.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
He lands on a table of cowboys playing poker underwater, and it turns into a full cowboy rumble underwater for some reason.
Under.
Yeah, like it just slowly develops. Like someone hands him a bottle. It's like, where'd this guy come from? The next thing you know, is a cowboy's playing poker, and there's a bartender dodges, and then some girl's like, bye bye, when the hero wins, and he puts on a hat. They play like Bonanza music. It's so weird. I love it.
Sounds like a
It
very
sounds
odd
like so
movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's full on Airplane. It's full on Airplane. When she's leaving, she's like, Latrine, I will never forget you. And Sacre Bleu, take care of yourself. And I'll miss you most of all, Scarecrow. And the Scarecrow's there, you know? It's like, all right. That's fun. I miss you most of all, Scarecrow. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, but I haven't seen it in a really long time. But I remember liking it a ton as a kid, and I watched it a couple times since, and it was still very funny to me.
Sounds
Came out
funny.
in 1984.
That's an old movie. Yeah, like I said, it was like Val Kilmer's like
Yeah.
first or second. It's one of his earliest, you know. That and Real Genius. I'm not sure which one was first. I used to love Real Genius as a kid. I used to rent that thing like crazy. My parents would let me rent a movie, you know, because you rent two and get one free. So they'd be like, "There's no bacon. You can choose a movie." And so it was like that. That movie was good. And My Science Project. And what other movies I like to rent? Ooh, horror movies. A lot of horror movies. War Games was my favorite instrument. I used to love that movie. I like movies that had technology and science in it, you know? Like sciencey things. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of comedy movies and horror movies.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of horror.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to watch horror movies.
Ooh.
So, because my dad's a Jehovah's Witness and I grew up in that. So,
oh, shit. You didn't get
yes.
birthdays?
Nope.
When did you have your first birthday?
I had my first birthday, and then after that, probably not until I was in my 20s.
Did you notice it as a kid?
Cause
Were you
not
like, why the fuck did I get one?
really.
Oh, okay. I always figured Jehovah's Witness kids, they see their
No.
friends get it, and they're like, what the crap? Oh my goodness. Goddess has donated $5. It's payday. Have some tea on me. Hi, little Goddess. I think I'll turn that into a coffee. That's really nice of you. I didn't realize you're watching.
It's payday. Have some tea on me.
I didn't either.
Thank you, Goddess. That's super nice of our friend Goddess Gaming. Make sure you're following our friend Goddess Gaming here on YouTube. She streams quite often. She's just a very nice person. That's awesome.
Yes.
Doo-doo,
Very nice.
doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
I like her.
I don't
No,
see
my
her in the
childhood
chat.
was more like, let's not do anything because everything is wrong. And I was pretty just fearful of everything.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you got like part of the Catholic experience.
Ugh.
That's like
Oh,
everybody
God,
else.
the
You know,
first time-
you have that in common with you know, a lot of other people. It's all about guilt.
Oh, yeah.
Everything you're doing is wrong.
No, see, but it's not about guilt. It was more about fear, and everything was wrong, so I better not do anything to make my dad unhappy, because if not, I would get the belt.
Oh yeah, my dad was a belt guy.
Mm,
My dad was a belt guy, most definitely.
yep. The
But I
leather
mean,
belt.
but that's the thing.
Yeah.
He wasn't like aggressive. He wasn't like, I'm gonna go crazy on you. It was really more about scaring us with the presence of the belt. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Which was I don't even remember if it hurt or not. I just remember it scared the crap out of me.
Oh, I remember it hurting, and I was also scared all the time of my dad. I was just
If he
like,
really
"Get
wanted
away
to scare
from
me, he could have been like, I'm going to give you swimming lessons. that was a nightmare. You know how I learned how to swim? I fell in on accident. Figured it out real quick. Mwah,
Oh,
Goddess,
man.
thank you. Yeah, I fell in, and I figured it out really quick. But every time my parents went and like tried to teach me how to swim, it would freak me out. Freak me out. Because they're like, okay, I'm going to dunk you now. It's like, why?
I learned to swim in the ocean out of all places.
I had a
It
pool.
was fun.
I had a pool as a kid. I loved it. I miss my pool.
I learned in school.
Okay, cable
learned in
was a
school.
luxury, okay? My
Oh,
dad
yeah.
could afford to get us cable, but we didn't have cable. And yeah. No.
We
It was very
when I was really young, I'm old, right? So when I was really young, our cable was On TV and Select TV. Have you ever heard of that?
TV.
My cable predates the concept of HBO and the modern version of cable as you know it. When I was a kid, there was no HBO or Showtime or Cinemax. There was no MTV. There was none of that stuff. There was, however, On TV and Select TV. And so on the back of your TV, you would switch this little video controlled from video to TV and back and forth. And when you go to video, this box on the top had a knob that would switch to 3 settings. There was TV, On, and Select. On was one channel and Select was another, and they were like HBO and Showtime. They would run movies, but they would take requests, so you'd write to them, and they would put up a movie. They'd be like, "I'd like to see Harold and Maude," and they'd write back to Harold and Maude will play July 3rd at 8 p.m. And so like that's how On and Select TV used to be, and those are the only 2 games in town. That was it. There was no TBS or WG. What the fuck? Spoiled children. I know. People are like, I only have 400 channels. We had 2, 4, 5, 7, 11, and 13. 9 didn't exist yet. And UHF. And then On and Select for a while until my parents got rid of it. And then my parents bought a VCR. They were one of the first people to have VCRs. It was a top loader. And it had a remote control that had a wire attached to it. So the
I don't
wire would
remember
stretch
that.
across the floor, you know, and it had TV knobs on it that were like, dude, they were heavier than your oven knobs. They were so turning them, you can hear them for like a mile away. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. And what else? Yeah, and then I remember when I was even older than that is when normal cable came out, and I remember when MTV came out. I was of an age where I was pretty aware of what's going on. You know, I wasn't like tiny, you know, and so I remember when that popped up. My parents were way against it. My sisters were tuned in on the first moment, and my parents, I remember they were like, they were like a freaking MTV video. They're worried a new age has started. It was pretty fun.
Oh, okay, I love this part. Whee! Anime.
When we went to go rent VHS, the lady at the store knew that we weren't allowed to get anything that was rated R. So
Yeah.
we weren't allowed to get anything. So the first
My parents
movie
were
that we
more.
watched
Uh-huh.
was Willow.
Oh, I love Willow.
That was the first movie.
Willow, you
Yeah, I
idiot.
loved it too.
The bones say nothing. I love Willow. Willow's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
There's
mine too. It became one of my favorite movies.
There's a Willow 2 project going on right now. Warwick Davis keeps tweeting about it.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah.
I know. I mean,
Actually, I think I heard about it from you.
yeah, I mean, why not though? I mean, you got kids.
Yeah, why not?
If you just if you assign a Laura Dannon character, his daughter, as the new protagonist, and have him be like the wizard who trains her, you know, you can't do Mad Mardigan anymore.
No, you
Valkyrie,
can't.
you know, he
Val
doesn't look the
Kilmer.
same.
I don't know what's going on with him.
Oh, he has cancer.
He's been sick, right?
Yeah, he has cancer and doesn't want to admit it to people. And then he admitted that he beat cancer. It's like, But his face was... I've seen him in interviews where the side of his face was swollen, like from his neck to his ear, from the base of the neck to his ear, and from like the jawline going back to the base of the skull, sticking out about 3 or 4 inches in a big like cyst. And he had talked this because his face was twisted from it, you know. And then I've seen him in recent interviews where he's evened out, but you can see he has a lot of nerve damage. He's not moving any of that area, you know. So I imagine he had a cosmetic surgery to reduce it. Probably the effects. He probably beat some tumor, and probably had a surgery remove it, and then probably had cosmetic. But you can't fix that nerve damage, and you can hear it in the way he talks, the way he moves his head and stuff, you know. Yeah. So he went through a lot, you know. He went through a lot, but it's, you know, it's that thing where it's like you want to remember him like Jim Morrison or Mad Mardigan. You want to remember him young and athletic and beautiful, you know. You don't want to see like that version. And while he can act in all kinds of movies, none of the roles to reprise where you're supposed to be like the young, beautiful version of yourself, because you're just gonna ruin it, you know. Go play all kinds of other things. I would love to see him in many movies, but not Mad Mardigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would just ruin it.
Yep. Because either they got to show him old, or they got to show him trying to look young, which is just as bad.
Yeah. That's probably even worse.
Yeah, they're gonna do that thing where they fuzzy your face up, you know, they blur it out, like Liz Taylor used to on Star Trek. She did one episode of Star Trek, and on that episode, like everyone else, when they show their face, their cameras are all normal. When they cut to her, she's like in the middle of a fog somewhere in heaven. It's like, I see what you're doing here. Stop it. Or like, have you seen the new Pee Wee movie on Netflix? They do that to him.
Yes.
You know? And I
Yeah.
like Pee Wee, and he's still funny, and the movie's still pretty good. It's not as good as Big Adventure, but it's better than Big Top. But like, it's sad to see him do that. But I mean, he's old now. I mean, I guess.
He
It's just
is.
kind of sad. I love Pee Wee, though.
Yeah, because I remember watching Pee Playhouse. Which
Oh,
really, my parents let me watch that, but didn't let me watch other things.
I know it is kind of subversive in a lot of elements, but it's also but it's also teach you a lot of sweet things. It teaches you sharing and all that stuff. It teaches jeez. God, it's donated by $5. Bitch, take your shirt off. It's cold, but I'm doing it anyways. It's cold right now.
Bitch, take your shirt off.
It's cold right now, but I'm doing it anyways.
I love you.
There we go. There we go. All right, just so you know, it is freezing. Well, actually, it's not as cold yet, but last night it got super cold. Okay, let's see what the weather is right now. I am at 6 degrees Celsius. So it's about 42 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. So I'm not freezing yet, but
That's cold.
We're getting down there, though. We're getting down there. But just for you, look at it. Shirt is off. Shirt is off. Whew. It's brisk. It's brisk. It's brisk, baby. All right, where am I going and what am I doing? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, via Pee-wee. I love the theme song. Have you listened to that theme song, that show recently? Like popped it back on to Pee-wee's Playhouse?
No, I have not.
Remember there's a bum 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 bum. Okay, that part's neat, but before that there's this dreamy Hawaiian music as the camera comes through the forest and there's the little Pee-wee's Playhouse that the Sphinx does with his head, and it's like when like in a cartoon when someone gets hit on the head and they're knocked out and they play dreamy Hawaiian music. It's like that, and I love it. Whoever wrote that is amazing. Let me see if I can find it on Spotify.
I don't think I even listened to the Pee-wee's Playhouse song since I watched it when I was a kid.
Pee-wee's Playhouse. Nah, someone's got a song called Pee-wee's Playhouse, but that's not even it. Damn. Make sure. That guy's clever. This guy on Spotify, every single one of his songs is named after a TV show, and it doesn't seem like it has anything to do with the... And Goddess is the stream boss. You are right about that, Goddess. So we're going to go and replace the link in my description below. That's our friend Goddess Gaming. Goddess Gaming here streams on a very regular basis. And so what I would do is I encourage people when they come in to follow the stream boss. And we'll be doing that all throughout this stream until anybody pops up. Do you guys like my title today? 7 days to die is just 6 days to die plus 1 day to die. Isn't that good? I was very proud of myself when I thought of it. You're not allowed to spam the title once or twice more unless you have a reason. I think that's a good reason. Yeah. There you are, Goddess.
You know the Pee-wee's Playhouse theme song was sung by Cyndi Lauper?
Was it? Are you saying it was?
It says it was sung... Yeah, it was sung by Cyndi Lauper doing her Betty Boop impersonation.
Oh, wow!
According to some website.
That's amazing! Because I love that song.
It's the Pee-wee wiki page, I think.
She also wrote Kinky Boots. That's her musical. That's awesome.
I didn't know that she wrote that.
Yeah, that's hers. That's hers. Isn't that neat? Also, another neat thing about Cyndi Lauper, I would encourage everybody to follow our stream boss. I just updated the link below, and if you could take a moment to go and follow her. Most recent video is more Goososaurus Rex. It's her little one dressed as a Tyrannosaurus. That's very adorable. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Cyndi Lauper, she has one of the, most people can sing like an octave or 2 octaves, like a range of like, oh. She has one of the larger octave ranges in singing like history out there. She's up there with Freddie Mercury. She's up there with the girl from the B-52s. She's got a unique voice that stretches further than most people's that are born, you know? Yeah.
I like Cyndi Lauper. Always been one of my favorites.
Well, she's a Goonie. If you're a Goonie, you're one of us. It's good enough. It's good enough. Diva's the term. Is that actually the term? I thought that was a term for just like kind of like a bitchy lady. You know? I didn't really realize that's what that was. Yeah, but I mean, I'm impressed, of course. All right. I don't mean to say like ladies are bitchy. I'm saying if you're particularly like, and someone's like, they're a diva. I don't want you to misinterpret what I said there. There it is. The Goonies. The Goonies are good enough. I want to add that to my playlist. Oh yeah. You ever gonna put some of her songs in here? Girls Just Want to Have Fun is just plain old good song, you know? True Colors is too slow, so is Time After Time. You know what I mean? They're great songs, but I want them on my playlist because I'm gonna be like, ah. And She Bop. We'll put She Bop in. There you go. Those are some good ones to add. Yeah. Think of Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey just seems to squeak most of the time, though. She doesn't go low. Does she go low? Oh. Yeah. The other reason I like Cyndi Lauper is because when I was a kid, she did her videos, and in her videos she used Cat Lou Albino and a bunch of the other wrestlers. And you know, if you're a kid, you like wrestling, and when you see an MTV video, it's like, oh, there's Cat Lou. My sister's like, who? Cat Lou Albino. Who's Cat Lou Albino? It's her dad. Her dad. He plays her dad like all the videos. He's a wrestler. He's got like the beard that he ties together with like the rubber band. And he had a pierced cheek that he would put a rubber band through. I don't think he actually had it pierced. I think it was just cosmetic looking, you know?
Yep.
It's anything 3 or more octaves. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, so like the girl from the B-52s, the one with the red hair. Not the blonde one, but the one with the red hair. And like Freddie Mercury. You know, he's one of those... Why does it feel appropriate calling him a diva? There we go. Grab a little more of this.
Wait. So when you named your stream Killer Queen, that was a reference to Queen.
Well, yeah, I love Queen. Queen's great, you know. So I mean, I had to think of some other kind of killer.
That's what I thought of when I saw it.
Absolutely. I used to do that in my races because when you name something after a song, it gets kind of lumped in with the search terms, and sometimes you get accidental people stumbling on it. I was looking for Queen, and I found a stream about Dead by Daylight. So I have a lot of races in GTA that are named after songs, so later on you can name the video after the song. Yeah. That's why I'm at the race. Do you think I'm sexy? I want it that way. Stuff like that. Good song. Good song. Oh, what did I hit here? I hit some kind of deposit here. It's sand for a second, so there's a deposit nearby. Yeah. Oh, it's some lead. Nice. Very handy. It's good enough for you. I want to watch the Goonies now. There's a deleted scene in the Goonies where they actually do fight an octopus. That's why at the end you hear Data say, "Oh, the octopus," when they're trying to describe it to the cops. I wish I could see that scene. I've seen production like stills of them on the set where the octopus is, but they were like between filming and just kind of stand around. But you can see the octopus. I think it's in the water where they find the pirate ship. You know, I think it's in there when they land, when they come out of the water slide. I think there's a small scene with the deal with it. I don't know if it's when they're coming out or going, but they obviously got rid of it. It probably slowed down the momentum of the scene. I'll have to look up the male term. Yeah. Well, now I feel stupid. Diva, and you'll never know. Don't really ever. Devo. So, what about the band Devo? Are they not men? Are they Devo? I love Devo. Speaking of Devo.
Band.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Devo. Where are you at? We still aren't to the time in history where they have traveled back from. They're from the future. I don't know if you guys knew that. So the guy from Devo, Mark Mothersbaugh, he writes movie scores now, and he did the score for Thor Ragnarok. It was a really good score. I liked it a lot. All that kind of synthy 80s stuff that had a like weird epic adventure feel. That was all him. And then he did the electronic stuff for The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Anytime they're underwater and you hear like Casio keyboard music, that's all the dude from Devo. And I fucking love the song from it. The Raid on Ping Island, that's what it's called. My favorite song on there. Which is weird because that soundtrack literally has this dude in like Portuguese redoing Bowie covers and a soundtrack full of that. I still love this song that's like 80s-ish the most. This weird Casio thing. More than those, which are great, you know. That movie's a wonderful soundtrack.
It's daytime!
Ooh.
I'm working on a bedroom. They have a very large vocal tame. Is that what it's called? Range. Yeah, say that sounds more right. Holy hell. Holy hell. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Crack that whip. Step on a crack. Break your mama's back. When a problem comes along, you must be good. Holy hell, goddess, how are you? How are you? Doing great. How are you? Are you realizing you're the only one in the chat tonight? I'm doing great. How are you, goddess? I'm also great. You're funny, goddess. Alright, let me go upstairs again. I've used up gas, used up everything else. And I started doing like a bedroom. But I leveled up a couple times, got more bunch of rocks and crap. So I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna start smelting some of this rocks and stuff. Or at least putting it into wherever you are keeping them until you smelt more. And I'm gonna get some cement pumping through, you know? Go make some sand and bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, do I have concrete? No, I don't have concrete mixing unlocked. I don't think I could do that. I could prep everything around that to that point.
There is a bunch of concrete mix already made as well.
Man, it's a long run. I'm having a very important conversation with myself, even though it is one side. I see that. I see that. I hope you don't lose. That's the worst. That's the worst. Like, oh, I had a rough talk with myself. I decided I was being something or other. I went to the mirror and there was a man there. And he told me I was fired. And then he shaved me. He shaved me. I like the show Stranger Than Candy. And there's one episode called Is My Daddy Crazy? Every episode is based after an after-school special. There's our main character is a 46-year-old ex-high school student who's an ex-hooker who goes back to high school. So she can learn all the lessons she did wrong the right way to do it the wrong way. Anyways, it's an awful show. I love it. But there's one episode called Is My Daddy Crazy? And everyone's telling her that your dad has a mental illness. She's like, no, he's not crazy. And then, like, he's obviously fucking crazy. and so at one point, he's like, Jerry, stay right here. I got to go to the bathroom. And he comes back, like, 2 seconds later. He looks terrified. He's like, what's wrong? He's like, Jerry, I went in there, and there was a man. And he was in the mirror, Jerry. And he fired me. He told me I was fired. He starts crying. And then he shaved me, Jerry. He shaved me. He shaved me. And he collapses into her arms. It's really stupid. Yeah, the man in the mirror. He shaved me. He shaved me. Yeah, he's great in that show. His character's name is Stu. He's the meat man. He makes the meat. He brings this he's Stu the meat man, and he gets very angry. So they always tell him things like, "Simmer down, Stu. Don't boil over, Stu. You have plenty of reason to have a beef, Stu." There's so many dumb jokes with his name. Okay, cool. Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll make some crushed sand. It looks like you have lots, but it looks like that's the one thing that if you could use more of, it was probably the crushed sand. Look at that rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You got plenty of cement. All right. Let's dump a bunch of these back in here. I'm going to keep 2 of them because I might go downstairs and put some shit on the floor of my room. That cough scared the shiz out of me.
Ooh, can I make that?
You know what? Horde night is tomorrow night.
Oh, do you need reinforcing of the walls outside?
What?
Or do you work somewhere else? Or are we going to live underground during it?
No, we usually stay up there.
Okay.
I think that I fixed the wall.
Yeah, I
after
was noticing
Horde
near
night,
the
but
entrance
you
there's
can
some.
Take a look, yeah.
Okay, all right. Out here's what's this stuff right here. Is that hollow or is that like a weird thing?
That's a glitch. You're looking at the very front, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the
Yeah, I
part.
think it's just
Oh,
glitchy.
oh, you're
Yeah.
right. It was just a weird glitch.
It's dangerous too. How many
Yeah, you
times
can
I
get
got stuck in that?
Okay. All right, I'll go around the edges. Okay, I see what that is. This is a vulnerability to you right here, I'm noticing. Or is that just glitching again? Oh, that's just glitching again, isn't it? Oh no, behind these spikes? Do you see what I'm looking at? So out here on the southern wall, you have 1 step, then 2 steps, then 3. So that creates, if they break these, they can use this as stairs to get in.
Yeah, they can get up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I'm seeing. I'm going to start filling in behind it. Try to correct this a little bit, if that's okay.
Where that spike is, like, not the... That, I think, got glitched because that wasn't there before. That was all cement.
Okay.
Which is weird to me.
All right. Well, I'm
I'm looking at your stream now to see what you're doing because I'm down here, so I'm like, I can't see.
Yeah, behind this, a
But
couple
yeah,
of these.
that-
Oh,
Yeah.
taking trap damage. Ow. All right. I'm going to start filling in
Oh,
some of
the
this
barbed
stuff.
wire.
Yeah. You know, I'm just going to make some wood spikes and chop these out and replace them. And kind of just fix the wall. And just go rip it out and redo it. Alright. Spikes.
No.
Okay, wait. Okay, Horde Night is in 2 nights. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Day 91 or day 89.
There's still something I can
It's not
get
fine.
working on, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good project.
Oh.
Oh, that one. Oh, it's that metal thing. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's just a plate there. Let's knock that out. Yeah, see. Okay, that should improve the strength this a little bit. having this third row up there, because even if they chop it out, they have to then chop up the top two, and at that point they're just chopping in general. You mean? Okay. Hey, Filthy, what's up? Okay, hold on.
Hey, Filthy.
So anyway, Goddess, I heard you had the huge event. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. My boss wants me to attend more. I do. Wish they had snacks that day, though. What was your huge event? What was the huge event? What did you do? What did you do? Tell us in the chat for all of us to hear. Ooh, this is a thin wall. Look at that. It's just wood behind it.
Hello.
I had a huge networking event. I got all pretty for it. What do you mean networking? What's up, Jeremy? There, this is much stronger than it was already. I feel a lot better about it. This was different. There we go. All right. Let's get those spikes back on now. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Yay.
This game is glitchy though. Or that was already cement before.
They might have chopped it out. There were a couple that have spikes behind them and then turned into that. So it might have just been that. It might have been
maybe.
might have been spikes stacked upon spikes. That happens. No biggie. This wood pole. Let's at least upgrade to something stronger. Oh, I can't go any further because I have no more metal. That's fine though. Oh, over here, this is also another vulnerability. This is only 2 stacked high. That's a long one. Well, you should be fine, I guess.
And on the inside, there's, I think it's about 2 or 3 thick on the other side of the base too. So.
Yeah, you got some good width to it. Over here, it's super wide. This seems to be one of the thinner areas, but it's still like 4 deep at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about over here? Yeah, this might have been your weakest area right here that I just fixed, because when I'm looking at it, it lines up with the back of this little metal room, which is not very strong down there, I take it. It's hollow. And then on the outside, that was also weak. So I'm guessing they were chopping at that because this is probably your weakest route through.
Probably, yeah.
On the back of this room.
Okay, why can't I do a thing?
Or through this metal stuff that's in there.
Fine. I want to put one there anyway.
Man, dude, Devo is cooler than I thought.
Don't care. Where's... There it is. I am out. I gotta watch where I'm going.
Oh, that working in the coal mine, that's their song. I didn't know that. Working. Dun, 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 dun. You know that song? I didn't know that was theirs.
Online.
That makes sense. It sounds like it.
I just ran right through you.
Did you forget something?
No, I'm just going
Where are you
up.
going?
Up.
You're going.
I'm not going the right up way. I knew that. Swear to God, I did. Shush. I know what the heck I'm doing.
Okay, I need to get some more wood. I
need to get a phone charger or my phone is going to die. That is not good. John! Hi! Could you give me my charger, please?
I wanted people to know that we do provide service when this definitely counts people on how to obtain and maintain jobs. Yeah.
I am pooped already. But therefore, I will be drinking a beer. I have to. Yep. Thank you. And could you give me another cup of coffee, please? You're already up.
Hey, Zagali, how you doing? Good to see you, man.
Ah! No. Hi, Zagali. I am so. Oh, Lord, I must be. Okay.
Alright, how much wood did I just get?
Oh, no.
Okay, cool. That's a lot of wood. Let's replant real quick.
Thank you.
Okay. You just got up and it's the weekend? Nice.
Yay.
That's so weird what's going on here. I don't know what to make of that hole.
Which hole?
The one in the front. I know it's a
Oh,
glitch, but can they walk through it?
You can, but sometimes you'll get stuck on the top there in the bars that's up there.
Can the zombies walk through it?
The zombies
No.
can't. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So we did have issues where we were having zombies spawn inside the base.
Were they
know
spawning
why.
up by the sign?
No,
Just in general?
just in general, yeah.
Where's the bedrolls? They're up here.
Mhm.
Maybe bedrolls are too high for the ground? I don't think that's how it works though, but you know. Maybe the ground
That's why I
is
put the
distance far
floor
enough?
down
Yeah.
because we didn't have the floor down.
Did they stop
I
spawning
did
after that? Did
So
they
far, there hasn't been any more
Okay.
spawning.
Yeah,
since I put the floor down.
they shouldn't be allowed to spawn on objects that you built. So if you put a floor down, then
Yeah.
you know, yeah. My challenging guy doesn't like women authority. Huh? What? Who? How? Huh? Alright. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna build a bedroom. Oh, we could probably use some gas too soon, huh? Alright. Pick up some oil shale while I'm down there too.
Yeah, there's some gas down there as well in one of the chests. Not a lot, but some.
Okay.
There's a chest like right when you get to where the bedrooms are, like right there.
Alright. Head down. Hey, that one guy. What's up? How you doing? Alright, that's enough Devo. Well, I want to put that Kiss My Ass song on again. That one put me in a good mood. Hey, Brett, what's up, man?
Hi, Brett. I'll run back over here. Hey,
That's the plains.
did it.
Going this way.
No, okay.
Hmm.
I still got crap in my bike. I got.
Oh, I'm getting like highway hypnosis running down this tunnel. I'm gonna fall asleep driving. Like I'm drifting into the other lane. I took out a whole bus of people on the way to Vegas. Ah!
And I'm laughing because that has happened to me
happened.
before. I think I have almost like closed my eyes and like bumped into the side of the wall.
It's Father's Day tomorrow, so whole weekend is just driving today, and tomorrow, luckily, I have to drive only 200 kilometers today and 350 tomorrow. But got to do it. Yeah. That's cool, Zagali. That's cool. I don't know how far 200 kilometers is. I gotta go look that up in a minute. Oh, wait. Filthy was doing 110, which actually only came out to 68 miles per hour. So whatever that equals kilometers per hour to miles, it's the same conversion to distance, you know? Yeah, he's like, I'm doing 110. I'm like, whoa, that's fast. So I look at him, I was like, oh, that's 68. Oh, get in the slow lane, Grandpa. There we go.
Okay, what are you? I am cold. What are you?
Stay away from
I have
hormonal
no idea
women.
what you mean.
Oh yeah, she must leave the village till the spirits have left her body. Then she can come back, lest she steal our chieftain's power and take over.
Okay, running away.
Going to Ohio from New York, there's an area you can go over 65. Oh yeah, yeah.
Ow. Ow.
There's a couple of between California and Arizona in some of the highway in just the flat desert. They let you do 75 there. It's posted, and I think in a small area on your way to Vegas they do also. But it's only a couple like middle of freaking nowhere stuff, you know. Between two huge places where it's all desert, but people will actually drive it because they got to get there. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a long way down.
350 is 370. There's another where you can go. Yeah, because if you get a car that's older than a certain year, it wasn't designed to go up that fast. And by that I mean it starts to get vibrations throughout it that affect its suspension and stuff like that, you know? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Do you have drawbridges in this version?
Yes.
Okay, cool. See, zombies can't tell that drawbridges are up and walk down where they should be. They path over where they think it's closed. No. Yeah. So, like, if you make a pit and you want them to fall in a very specific part of the pit, you put a drawbridge there, but then lift it up. They think it's down always, and they just walk right into that part.
I think the game is about to crash because I can't do anything. Oh, yep, there it goes.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm kind of...
The game just crashed.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Oh, 220 miles? That's a decent drive. 4.5 hours? Nah, you drive like a grandpa. That's 2.5. It's 2.5.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna go ahead and end my stream.
What?
Yeah. I'll play for a little bit though, but I'm gonna be going to bed pretty soon because I'm getting tired.
Yeah. I know, I gotta go to bed early tonight myself. I have to do that thing tomorrow with Sunny.
Ah.
Yeah.
Kill.
I know. Woo. Is it safe to come into Bacon Chat? Hey, Vic, what's up? How you doing, man? I think we're in an Xbox party is what's going on today. So you could pop in there, but you ain't going to hear nothing. How you doing, Vic? All right. I'm starting to get cold. I'm going to put my shirt back on for a little bit here. I'm like holding my nipples. I'm like, it's freezing. Put my jacket over me, too. It is cold right now. Okay, there we go. See, now, just pretend I'm like a pilot or something, because I got this fur collar thing now. This fur collar really does help, though. I can feel it on my neck when I walk. Teleportation is 10 minutes, Brett. You live in the past, bro. Exactly. I take a jaunt, like in the Stephen King story. You ever read The Jaunt? It's one of his short stories from different seasons, I think it was from. It's like a dad explaining to his son while they're getting on like what's kind of like a plane, but they're taking like a teleporter, and he's explaining like the stuff the original scientists who built it had to go through to build it. And it's kind of a neat story. Like the guy loses fingers to it when he first turns it on because he sticks his hand in there and it rips his fingers off and teleports them, and he gets like part of his arm stuck in a wall. It's like, Jesus, this is really dangerous.
That's Brazilla.
It was kind of like the Time Machine retold a little bit, but yeah, it was cool. It's a cool story. The Time Machine does all that too. In Time Machine, he teleports into a wall and gets stuck there for a while. I promise I'm not mean right now. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. Yesterday, she threw a boiling pot of water at him, I remember. She was all like, get out of here! And then she keyed his car. When he was driving away, she jumped on the hood, and her hand turned into one of those silver hooks, like in T2. And she started clawing at him, and they had to shoot it off, and then she chased after the car. Jumped on the back. Now I'm just describing Terminator.
Okay, sending invites.
Okay, cool. Which is another movie I could watch. I could go for either Terminator 1 or 2 again. Both those are both great movies.
But only those two.
Yeah. Because like Salvation didn't know what it was trying to be. You know, it had some neat ideas, but it was all over the place, and it wasn't enough to hold me. And there was some cheesiness that hurt it on top of it. And then 3 was just stupid. The only thing 3 did right.
I stopped watching.
Yeah. The only thing 3 did right was the stunt set pieces. You know how you need like a big stunt set piece? They had a couple like that's cool. That's cool. The trucks going down Main Street with the arm sticking outside was like a crane with his arm sticking sideways, smashing through the fronts of buildings. They filmed that. I saw them filming it. And it's like, oh, really? And so like there was some real practical stunts that in the end it's like that looked kind of cool. Do you remember in The Dark Knight when the Joker's driving that truck and it does that flip over because Batman sticks its crane in the ground or sticks its cable in the ground and flips it? They actually kind of copied that stunt from Terminator 3. Terminator 3, there's a crane driving and it drops its cable and they attach it to something and it pulls down the front and it does a full flip, and they use an actual truck to do it. and they pretty much just recreated the stunt in that. But I remember it's like, dude, that's kind of awesome, you know, because I hadn't seen Dark Knight didn't exist yet, so that was a new stunt. I was like, that's kind of a cool stunt, you know. But the movie was dumb. And then the new Terminator. There's a couple of neat ideas, but a lot of stupid ideas around it. You know. And it's told with that modern storytelling thing where they just hurry through everything. Every scene is 2.5 minutes long. You know, no longer, no shorter. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't like it much. But they're doing another one, and the new one's gonna be made by James Cameron. He did Terminator 1 and 2, but none of the others. And it's going to be starring Linda Hamilton, you know, Sarah Connor, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's like, okay. And he's going to pretend none of the other movies happened. And this will be his Terminator 3. It's like, okay. And he'll wrap up the trilogy with it.
Then.
Yeah. James Cameron makes a
All we're
great
missing
movie.
is what, Eddie Furlong?
Yeah. He's a creep in real life.
Oh, yeah.
He beats his girlfriend, the girl from Clueless. Not Clueless, Clueless the TV show. The one that played Cher in the Clueless TV show, that's his girlfriend in real life? Yeah. No, he goes domestic on her. He's a dick. And she stays with him for some reason, year after year after year after year. I don't understand it. Eddie Furlong.
And he doesn't look so great either. So.
He's bloated. He's just coke bloat walking around in real life. This is what too much cocaine looks like. It looks like the fat on this guy's cheeks.
Compared to what he looked like when he was a kid.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid. And then on top of it, he was like, he was a pretty good little actor. He wasn't bad back then, you know? His voice cracking at points in that movie, that's actually intentional. His voice was changing, but James Cameron was like, play it up. I'm going to use it in editing and edit and highlights to emphasize the fact that you are a child, that people, like, it reminds them that you're vulnerable, and it also reminds them that you're doing things beyond your years, you know? Because that was kind of all in his character, you know? That he's like a kid, you know, he needs his mom, but he likes to pretend to be super, super, like, badass like his mom does, you know? They're very, very similar in that way. One thing I like in that movie is how Sarah becomes a Terminator, you know? When she decides she's going to kill Niles Bennett Dyson. It's like, nice. Nice flip on her character, you know? She's become as evil as the thing that she's afraid of, you know? I like Terminator 2. That one's my favorite. But James Cameron, he writes and directs just wonderful stuff. Titanic is his. Avatar is his. Aliens, the really good one with all the military, that one. That's his. True Lies. The Abyss. What the hell else has he done? He's just done so many great movies over the years that it's like, you know, I trust him to take this back. You know, Terminator 1 and 2. Yeah, of course.
I hope so. You know, the one movie of his that I don't have is Avatar.
I didn't see it.
Don't.
Exactly. Okay. Well, here's if I were to go see it, what I would try to take away from it. Since I was a kid, I really wouldn't mind a full-scale, high-budget anime war mech movie. So I could probably get that out of it. Be like, check out the robots. They look nice. But the characters, from what I've heard, are boiled down to simplistic, one-dimensional. Military wants to kill everything, and natives are just innocent, peaceful nothing, you know? But that's unrealistic. Yeah. That's unrealistic. The Aztecs cut the hearts out of people, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes sometimes the simple Indians aren't always that nice. But then I saw like a breakdown of the plot, and it's like, oh, so it's Dances with Wolves in space, right? Is that what it is? Do they send a soldier to go live with the indigenous people, and after he learns to live and love them, he decides to join their army and fight his army off when his army finally invades? Is that what happens? That's also The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
And like from my recollection, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
So let me ask: is there a character in the movie that, when the human goes to live with the Avatarians, is an innocent child that smiles a lot? That really doesn't talk very much. And when the battle happens, that child is put in danger and has the rise of challenge of killing a human. which kind of like, you know, there's a loss of innocence moment, but also, hey, you saved me and I'm one of you. Because they did that in Dance with Wolves and in Last Samurai. There's Smiles a Lot. Do you remember Smiles a Lot? In Dance with Wolves, there's a character named Smiles a Lot. In Dance with Wolves, there's a character named Smiles a Lot. It's one of the Indians that doesn't talk, but he just smiles and always smiling. And there's a scene where when the Americans come, they hit Smiles a Lot, cut him in the face, hit him. I don't know if it's him or her. Hit Smiles a Lot really hard. And later on, there's a scene where the battle happens, and that same soldier corners Smiles a Lot, and Smiles a Lot fucking kills him like he can, you know. And you realize Smiles a Lot, you know, became a man that day or grown up, but lost their innocence, you know, but had to. And you kind of blame the American for it more than Smiles a Lot. It's a good scene, but in Last Samurai, when he goes to live with the Chinese or the Japanese, sorry. He literally, there's one kid there that doesn't speak, but it's always nice to him. And during the last battle, when he's about to get killed, someone's going to sneak up and kill him. That person gets an arrow to the back. He turns, and there's that one kid with a bow and arrow. And he gives him a wave like he's sad that he kills someone and leaves. It's like, wow, you hit every beat in this movie. Smiles a Lot did good. Smiles a Lot did good. Yeah, you remember Smiles a Lot. I remember Smiles a Lot. I remember winning his hair. Good trade, Lieutenant. Yeah, winning his hair is my favorite, though. Winning his hair was awesome. You know? Do you remember winning his hair? He was the warrior in the Indian tribe. And, like, he did not trust the lieutenant for most of the movie, but then when they hunt the buffalo together and he proves he's a good hunter, they get drunk together, and he trades his beaded chest thing for the lieutenant's jacket. He takes it. He forcibly trades it, but when he does, he goes, "Good trade." So he's like, "All right." So they're friends. Yeah, I like winning his hair. He was cool. I haven't seen Dance with Wolves in a long time. It's a good movie.
I watched it as a kid a lot, but I don't really recall specifics very much, but I do remember liking it, but I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
You should watch it again. I mean, watch it and then think about today's movie making and just thinking about, like, the sets they're on. These huge prairies aren't even sets. They're out there. They're chasing buffalo on horses. You know, they're actually just filming it with cameras that are moving as fast. They're not computering any of that shit. That's before computers. You know, and I
remember a lot of those scenes. Yeah.
It looks real, you know, like they're there, you know. Modern movies
are. I watch a lot of movies that I saw as a kid because just to see them differently. Because I'm an adult now, but
yeah,
supposedly things have changed since I was a kid. So
Oh, Zagali, I'm nowhere near the fires. I'm I'm good, man. I'd have to drive 2.5 hours to find one. That stuff is more near Hollywood. I'm 2 hours from Hollywood. You know? And that's not hauling ass to get there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to worry about those. I'm good, guys. Thanks for the concern, though. Yeah, all those fires, they're over by the LA Zoo and Dodger Stadium and Griffith Observatory and stuff, and so that's like all on the Hollywood side of LA and over towards Malibu. But I'm out in the desert past the suburbs and then up in the mountains on top of the desert past the suburbs. I'm so far from it all. But where I live can catch fire any freaking moment all the time. Fire danger is a constant worry of everybody who lives up here. But in my luck, though, I live next to the little lake reservoir they use to refill, and I live like I walk my dogs down to it all the time. And on the way down there, I pass by the fire station. So I am at least lucky in that sense that it's like everything's right here as far as like the stuff, the resource they have for up here. I couldn't be closer to a lot of it, and it's just nice. Holy crap! Scare me every time. Whoa, Blue Ink. Blue Ink donated $35. That's a lot, Blue. Dude, thank you very much, man.
Nice.
Holy Jesus. So, check out our friend Blue and Crazy here on YouTube, of course. You guys always know the drill. He supports all the time, but thanks, man. What prompted that? In case I need to run from the fires? In case I need to run from the fires? So yeah, I gotta get Filthy to rasher you up completely. I'll tell him to take a look at the Streamlabs PayPal stuff. You know what I mean? So we can get you all caught up. But thanks, man. That's super awesome. He's gonna win this month, I think. Making fun of my feel things. Aww. Did you watch the Friday the 13th movies?
Uh-huh.
What was your favorite one? Do you remember them, like, well enough to have a favorite one? Oh, wait, Rosella, you didn't watch the horror movies much as young. Did you watch the Friday the 13th?
I actually have, because one of my cousins and I was a kid, we were spend the night, and that's where I watched Freddy and Jason movies.
Ooh.
So I have watched them, and I love horror movies, but they don't really scare me very much.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
In fact, there's only like three.
Yeah,
there's only like 3 scary movies in history. The rest of them are just gory or jump scare, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like watching effects.
I would have to say that the first one would be my favorite, because it's the one that I remember the most.
Yeah, one is great. That's got Johnny Depp in it. It's got Johnny Depp in it.
And the scene where he dies is awesome.
There's so much blood in that. It is really good scene. I mean, just
blood,
from like, you know, like a Fangoria kind of point of view, it's like, dude, you guys made a nice effect there. That bed shooting up, like enough blood to make 9 humans out of it in a few seconds. That's like Johnny Depp plus every other actor in the movie. Like, there's so much blood that comes. It's crazy. It's a crazy amount. But I love that part. And he's listening to his headphones before, and so like all that, it's like it's so heavy metal, you know. He's like, he's got his headphones, he gets pulled down in blood fountain. Hey, Dracomofo. I think my favorite is Nightmare 3. Yeah, that out of the Friday, I'm sorry, yeah, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. You're right. That one probably is the scariest. Because 2 is about the kid.
I love Freddy.
Who has Freddy inside. Freddy's great. He's barely in 2. He's barely in 2. Because it's about the kid who has Freddy inside, and he's trying to stop Freddy from coming out the whole time. So you only see Freddy in like the mirror and stuff every now and then. But 3 I love. 3, Freddy is like, they figured out that Freddy is a character who is like a game show host or something. You know, he always has one-liners and corny shit to say, and you know, like he likes being who he is, you know. And that one he kind of embraced it. And then 3 also has, I've said it before, that it's like, I believe that's the first horror superhero movie crossover. The kids are like the Avengers. They have one that has muscular power. They have the girl that's good with knives. They have the magician character kid. They all have these special superpowers when they're asleep, and they form together as a team to fight off the evil. So it's like, it's kind of structured a little like that, you know? They work together. Nancy is like the Professor X. Nancy is like, I fought him before. I'll show you how to go into the dream world and fight him, you know? Yeah. Because that's when Nancy comes back. Nancy's the girl from the first movie.
Yep.
Yeah, the girl from the first one.
Kind of her first one. Yep.
Yeah. She's also in New Nightmare, if you ever saw that one.
Yep.
I had a crush on Nancy. When I was a kid, I had a crush on Nancy. She was smart. I recognize Tina from the first movie, the blonde girl. That's Johnny Depp's girlfriend, you know? She was not. I'm sorry, she's not Johnny Depp's girlfriend. She's someone's girlfriend in that. She was in Better Off Dead. She's the girl that breaks up with John Cusack in that movie. Her name's Beth in that. I don't know what else I've seen her in though. There we go. What movie, Brett? Dracula Dead and Loving It? Oh, I forgot about that one. That was Lacey Nielsen, wasn't it? He was so funny. That man was so funny. He was a funny, funny man. Some of his Naked Gun stuff was just amazing. I'm awaiting a donation from Zagali PSH or Nestre. Them 3 big donators.
Those are also movies I haven't seen since I was a kid.
Which ones? I love talking movies.
Naked Gun, the Naked Gun.
Oh, I watched one with my ex about maybe 2.5 years ago, and I was like, let's see if this holds up. And I watched it. Holy shit, it holds up so good. It's still insanely good. There's a ton of movies I go back. It's like, I see what I liked as a kid, but it's not that good now. A ton of movies like that. Nope. Naked Gun's amazing. the timing and the jokes, they're just masterful. Just masterful. There are a couple things in it that it's like are dated. Like seeing O.J. Simpson in it. That's a little weird. It's like, oh, that's that guy that cut his wife's head off, and that waiter guy too. Yeah. You know he did it. Don't pretend he didn't. But yeah. But he was kind of funny in it. He was likable back then, you know. He was the juice. He would do Hertz Rent-A-Car commercials and stuff.
It's creepy.
Yeah. Well, you know. Took a lot of head injuries. Went crazy. It happens.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a factor here. I'm not trying to excuse him, but I wonder if that's a factor here. You know, what was that? The wrestler that killed his son, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, in his real state of mind, he never would have done that. You know what I mean? Chris Benoit, was that his name?
Yeah.
You know?
Benoit. Yeah.
You know, I mean, sometimes, you know, I mean, I wonder. I'm not saying like, oh, let's all forgive OJ, but I mean, I'm just saying like, you know, maybe just try to think maybe that was part of the root cause. Maybe there was something going on there that we, you know, that happens. Who knows?
Yeah, I thought with Chris Benoit, they said that he suffered like a couple of concussions and stuff or something, and his brain was just messed up.
Yeah, no, you'll hear about like guys that suffer a lot of concussions, boxers, football players, you know, people in that kind of industry, and you know, they get older, they start kind of getting a little violent out of nowhere, and they think it's like long-term effects of like damage, you know.
Wasn't there a football player that did something that killed someone or?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, actually. I'm sure recently. I forget.
Recall.
Because the NFL has been on it a lot because there were a couple incidents, but I can't remember the incidents, you know, but yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember, specifics.
What about Shaun of the Dead? I love Shaun of the Dead. I want to talk about Shaun of the Dead. That movie's the best. Oh yeah, Filthy. Blue Ink has been donating like crazy here. He's got 35 and there was one from him yesterday too. Let me get the right amount. Send me into hyperspace when I see pull up the page right now. Shaun of the Dead, yeah, dude. Shaun of the Dead is amazing. Yeah, 40 and 35 if we haven't got those already. You know, if you get a chance. I know you might not be in front of your computer at this exact moment. Dude, thank you, man. That's so nice of you. I have 12 days to go, and I get my pay from YouTube again, too, which is nice. That's when I'm going to be buying... Wait, is Fallout 76... When does Fallout 76 come out?
Not very. I don't know. I haven't really looked.
Okay, you'll fix that up later.
It's giving you the option to.
I'm poor now. Oh, Blue Ink. Don't make yourself poor. November 14th?
Words that I'm trying to find.
Okay, so on the 21st I'll be buying it then, so I'll be picking it up a little bit late, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh, that's okay. I have a copy of Battlefield 5 already. I'm so excited. So excited. I don't want to give away too many details, but I'm going to be doing like a project, and part of the resources that I have to use involved me getting an EA Premier Pass. And so I got a copy of Battlefield 5 already downloading. I paused it right now because I'm streaming, but I'm going to hit continue when I go to bed. It's 44 gigs, and I already have like 8 of it down, so I got to download 36 as I sleep. I think I can get 36 down in 8 hours, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, Oh, look, that guy's all butthurt. You have a good night, you Borean. Oh, than I could ever be. Shaking my head since she went away. Roseanne. Battle 5 is bogus. Oh, well, that's the thing, Vic. I don't buy any microtransactions, so I don't care about any of that stuff. What I care is if I pick up a gun and shoot it, that it feels good and that it looks really cool in the background. And that, like, my team stuff, that the mechanics work. If the bare bone mechanics work, then I don't care about any microtransactions. I'm not going to buy a single one, you know? If they were smart, they would only introduce skins, like Fortnite. Make a bunch of really neat skins. And that's it. Yeah.
Are you falling asleep, Nessa? Ooh, screamer.
Didn't know then like you. I hear her. Hey. Zanaya. Do-do-do-do-do. You don't talk about my girls like that. Oh, you're that guy? Dude, that guy's just dripping with jealousy. He only makes me feel a little better, honestly. He comes in, he's like, I only get 49 subs, you have 7,000. Why isn't it working? I hate you. It's like, fuck yourself, man. Live in your jealousy. Suck it, bitch. Oh, I feel bad now. This random strange guy doesn't think I'm pretty. Oh, that's okay. Filthy thinks I'm pretty, don't you, Filthy? That's right. I like how I go for validation. I have girls right here, and I'm just right to Filthy. Oh, he's banned? Oh, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. All right, so I got some lead. Not a whole lot. 221. He called me ugly. Can you believe it?
What?
A meanie.
I know. It's okay. Da, 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 da. Oh, I don't need to carry this rebar around. I was carrying around because I was going to build a floor down there, but I didn't get to that phase yet, so let's go and store it for now. Where did I find it? Nobody calls bacon fugly. No one called me fugly. Thanks for adding that. No one calls him disgusting and stinky and stupid. I wonder if that guy was from that other stream earlier. I talked shit in some stream earlier. Just for fun. But it was like hours ago, so that's why I'm like, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I need some water. I am at 0%. Whoop. There we go. Delicioso. That's because I ate some of those beef stocks. You know, they dehydrate you.
Why are you eating beef sauce when there's good food in there?
Well, okay, so what I would do is I'll eat, like, you know, a stew, and then I'll round out, like, the 10% with the rest, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. That, and also, the other thing I've been considering is, the other day I ate the stew, and I kept overheating because it keeps you warm inside.
Yeah.
So I was all like, there's a little bit of that.
Well, then you... Wait, isn't there yucca juice in the...
It's true.
I think there's yucca juice somewhere. Actually, there's probably mix some more.
You know, because that guy showed up in here, I realized I probably hit front page on 7 days. That's what it is. That's how people find me, like, randomly, and they get all mad. Or when you get, like, people say, I'm live now. Usually that means, like, you made it to front page on whatever game it is you're doing. Let's go look. I'm going to go look. Ooh, gaming. YouTube. Live. Games. 7 days. There I am. I'm number one. You.
Hey.
Oh wait, no. Someone else has more than me. Someone else got 42. Why did the Japanese guys get so much more? Have you noticed that? I don't know why that is. Okay, I'm second.
I've never looked it up before. Second is good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I noticed like when I play Conan or like a lot of like games like this, Like, I'll notice it's like everyone in English speaking, they'll have like, 1, 10, 15, 42 people watching. And then the guy with the Japanese kanji, 485. It's like, the crap? And I look at his subs, like 3,000 subs or something normal. It's like, what's going on there? Because they're Japanese. I don't know. Maybe there's not a lot of Japanese streamers. And so maybe they're rising to the top of people looking for that language set. For whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm just saying maybe that's part of it. Or maybe YouTube services aren't as prevalent as other streaming services there. And so therefore maybe he's getting a lot of... I don't know. Wonder what that is. I'm gonna drive on my bike until I think of it. Makes me wonder.
There you go.
Oh, I better run this guy over. Oh. Ooh. Barracuda. Which direction is the nearest... Hey, where'd my back go? Okay. Which direction is the nearest town from here? Oh, my map is all covered up for some reason, even though I drove all kinds of places. There it goes. East.
It takes a couple minutes.
To the east is the nearest town, yeah? That's the radiation one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going over there for a while. I'll go raid some houses and shit over there if I can find it. You're into feet. Stop pretending, Brett. Everybody is. No, kidding. Oh, the trader. I haven't been here in a little while. You know what I'll do? I'll stop in the trader and see if there's any brass stuff.
Will you do that?
Heart doesn't get enough credit. I'm going to say it again. Heart gets treated like they're a good band. They're a great band. They never get mentioned when people mention Zeppelin and the Stones. They never get mentioned in that same conversation. It's always some afternote. And then there's the girls. If I listen to their singer, she kicks ass. And the guitarist fucking shreds. They don't get mentioned. It's not fair. And their songs aren't boring and repetitive. They're really like fluent and they're awesome. I don't know. Yeah. Just gotta take a moment.
Oh, my apologies.
All right.
Check back again, and I may have what you
Do cars give you radiators in this game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Although not always.
Okay. Is there a bad mechanic in this? I don't see it. Is bad mechanic a skill in this one or no? I don't think it is. Yeah, I think that's only PC then. Bad mechanic is it gives you more electrical parts when you rip apart electric things. Gives you more scrap and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's on here.
Okay, they probably just leave it inside scavenging or something like that, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's part of Miner 69er. No, it's just mining tools. Can we talk about spaceships or something? Oh, what about spaceships? I love spaceships, man. What's your favorite spaceship in a movie ever? Like, Millennium Falcon's too easy, so you're not allowed to choose that. Yeah.
Like Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, that is a cool ship. Yeah,
it's just
it's a classic saucer, but it looks really
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
It is. Very good one.
I want to say the ship from the black hole. It's spooky, like a big old scary cathedral. It's neat. It's long and huge, and they find it just drifting in space. And it's got this like temple like tower in the middle, almost like an aircraft carrier might have, but it's got like a really spooky haunted look about it. The ship from Event Horizon reminded me a lot of the ship from the Nomostro from Black Hole. I like that one. It's a scary ship. Death Star by far. That's no ship. It's a space station. That's no moon. Yeah. Or the Firefly.
Game Crash.
The Firefly. Game crashed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I've been standing still for a minute, so this really shouldn't be a problem for me. Yeah, the Firefly is a beautiful little ship. What I like about the Firefly is it's like the Enterprise that like some nerd has like made schematics for it. So when you're watching the inside of it, they've planned out that it makes sense the shape so that it really is like the right shape for the outside and everything. So like when you look at the window on the roof, that's the window you would see outside the center and stuff like that. I like that about it. So like when the actors go to work, the Firefly, the set, it's actually 2 floors. There's a top floor and the bottom floor, and they're on side by side. But once you enter inside, it looks like a ship the whole time. So the actors talk about when they went to work, it really felt like they were going to go live on the ship for a while. It's like, that's cool, man. For like being an actor, you have to immerse yourself into it. You don't see that fake wall that lets you know it's a set because you're inside like this fake ship the whole time, you know? It's kind of neat. How about Guardians of the Galaxy ship? Oh, I love theirs. All the ones in that. They're these huge, bulky things, you know? I like Yondu's ship that he uses in 2 when they shoot all the lasers out in all directions. That's a cool little one. Nessa, why are you making snow here? Yeah, the Guardians ships are cool. I like how... Oh, the TARDIS. The TARDIS. I like how the TARDIS is infinitely big on the inside. And you know, no one has even seen all of it, you know? That's so weird. That's so weird to me. The TARDIS. That's a great ship. Yeah, those are good ones. Those are good ones. That title, though. You like my title? 7 days is really 6 days plus 1 day to die. Yeah, thank you. I really liked my title, eh? Think about it.
It's cold here, too. And I didn't make it snow. And I want the snow here to go away, too.
Oh.
Go away.
Oh, yeah, I know. Snow's on its way here. I already know it.
I'm not ready for snow. I woke up and I looked outside and I was like, no.
I'm like, I live in a snow-free zone. No snow.
Rat.
Oh, the living room where the ratties
Yeah,
are warm?
blankets work very well.
Yeah, hang out in that room, you know?
One now.
Jeez, hang out in the warm room. I am in the warm room. I'm upstairs in the room that has Xbox, PC, television, monitor, little sound, little microphone amplifier thingy, all running, you know? So this is the warmest room in the house. It's pretty cold still. It's pretty cold still. Yeah, I'm wearing thermal underwear and underneath my pants to keep my legs warm. My legs hurt if they get cold now. I'm old. I need one of those old like I need one of those like FDR blankets that go over your legs when you sit, you know? Little FDR blankets. If I had one of those, I would also have to have like one of those Joker cigarettes on a stick like FDR did.
Yeah.
Those Joker cigarettes on a stick. In England, the news said it was going to snow for 4 months straight, but it hasn't snowed a bit yet. Because the weather's broken, man. You must be a old person. You're in Wisconsin, where the real Americans are from. That was always from News Radio. Dave Foley's character is from Wisconsin, but then you find out he was lying. He's actually from Canada. But the episode they find out he's lying, everyone, they're like, so did you hear what? What? Dave's from Wisconsin. Dave's from Canada. No, he's nice from Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin. You know, the heart of America, where the real Americans are born. Every single character says that in a row. Every last one of them. In the heart of America, where the real Americans are born. And then they show him the birth certificate. You find out he's from Canada. And then when you find out, they ask him, why are you hiding from people? He's like, well, when I moved here as a kid, I was really concerned, because I was a kid, that my friends would think that my parents were spies and that we were a family of spies. It's like Canadian spies. You weren't a very bright kid, were you? 7 days die is just 6 days die plus 1 day to die. No one knows about the 8th day. The part of the story was not told. It's a secret mystery, which I'm just spoiled because I'm a boss. Then the 9th day. Don't get me started.
Okay, just sent invites.
I see that. I do. I crotch it. I mean crochet. I just want to say crotch it. You can make me a snuggly? Oh, I would love something like that. I crotch it.
I used to have one of those. I think I do still. I just don't know what the heck I did with it.
Yeah, I would love something like that. My mom crochets, so she'll make me like a hat every year, you know, or something like that, some scarf. And I had some ex that she was way into crocheting, so she made me like a bunch of blankets. I have a couple of them still. I lost them slowly over the years. I didn't mean to, but you move, you know what I mean? So it makes you a nice blanket. You hang on to it, but I had like 2 and like a small one, but I lost one of the big ones. And then the other big ones, the dogs ruined because dogs. So
Yeah,
I only have the
they
little
do
one
that
left.
sometimes.
I know. I only have the little one left. But we're talking like 25 years to try to take care of blankets here, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yo, Ride Starter, what up? I don't need then. Mama Bacon, he needs a snuggie. Make it
That
green.
reminds me that my mom crocheted me a blanket, and I don't think I kept it.
Oh. My baby blanket that my mom crocheted was stolen from me as a child and given to my sister. It's a family catastrophe that we all argue over. So my sister, my whole life, she had her blanket, and she was so into it. She would stick her finger through the hole and suck her finger, even into like 10 and 11 years old. My parents would like just freak out trying to get her to stop. She wouldn't stop. And they'd take her blanket from her, and then she'd get it back, and it was a big thing. And then one day it came out that when I was like 4 and she was like 2, she lost her blanket, wouldn't stop freaking out. So they decided I was old enough, took mine and gave it to her, and that's the one that she dragged around for the next 10 years. And so my whole life I was like, get rid of that blanket. And then after a while I was like, that's my blanket. And then I kind of felt robbed. It's like, that's my blanket. I'd like my blanket back, please. I don't care if it's got 10 years of kids spit on it. That's what I had my blanket. Because I always thought it was suspicious. Even as a kid, I was like, why is her blanket blue? You know? Now, I'm not saying kids have to have blue and pink, but I was born 100 years ago, and back then you did have to. back then, if you gave your boy a pink blanket, well, you probably just wanted a girl in the first place, and you're just dreaming and wishing. Just go and put a bow and a dress on him. That's pretty much what it was back then, you know? So now I'm like, well, why did she have a blue one? And then it came out. The scandal. I'm going back to moving east. Go back to moving east. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I forgot all about that. Ooh, Love Shack. I love this song. I'm heading down the Havana. We took the words right out of my mouth.
Get back to the base, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here because I'm sitting here falling asleep in my chair.
I know you are. I know how it goes. Okay, let me wait for this all to zone in here. I know it's just that time. I know. It's okay. It's okay.
It is.
It's okay.
Very much that time.
It's okay. You took the words right out of my mouth. Must have been while you were kissing me.
Lots and lots of zombies on this road. Hi, guys.
Let me go and let this zone in here. Oh, that's just a big mountain drop. Okay, I thought that was like... I thought that was Edge of the World stuff. Alright, never mind. I was waiting for something to zone in that was never going to. Oh, it's an empty car. Oh, let's wrench it. It might give us a radiator. Radiators are good for brass. Mr. Turbo. A Meatloaf song. I like Meatloaf. It's delicious. No, he's a good actor when he wants to be. He's really good in Fight Club. Really good in Fight Club. His name is Robert Paulson. He's so sympathetic in that. You feel so bad for him, you know. Do you remember when he's standing on the front porch and he wants to go inside and they come out, they yell at him, he's like, "What do you got, tits, old man? What are you doing out here? Get, you fucking stupid, get out of here, old man." And he just looks all sad and crushed and grabs his bags and walks. And then, you know, Ed Norton comes in, he's like, "Dude, no, just stand here. They just do that." He's like, "Okay." He comes back half broken. It's like, oh, this poor old guy. He was great in that movie. He was really good. And then Rocky Horror, of course. He's Eddie. He's Eddie. And he's great as Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I do not remember him in Fight Club. Why do I not remember?
He's the guy that had big boobs.
I don't remember in Fight Club
They called him Bitch Tits. His character, they called him Bitch Tits. They met him, because you remember the main character would go to, he'd go to support groups, because he couldn't sleep.
Uh-huh.
And what was support groups was for men with testicular cancer. And so he met a man there who helped him cry because he couldn't cry. He hasn't cried in forever. And when that guy smashed him between his big bitch tits, he doesn't know what happened. He just let loose and the waterworks came out. And then so later on, like that was his nickname, was bitch tits. He had huge breasts because after he lost his testicles to cancer, you get like a rise in estrogen and a drop in testosterone, and that causes a side effect. And so he joins the group because it makes him feel masculine again, you know. But his character, he's kind of older, and he's soft compared to the others, you know. And then it's a setup too, like as a story, because later on when they're out on like a normal vandalism thing, the security guard blows his head off, shoots him right in the face, and they bring his body home, and you just feel terrible that this guy that was there, because, you know, he was mostly just kind of looking for a thrill and something to feel masculine again, you know, got killed. So he was like a really sympathetic character, and he was a nice character. He was nice. He was sweet, you know. But yeah, he's a great character in that movie. He did a great job at it too. He really nailed that character, because he starts off and you kind of laugh at him, but when he dies, it's like, oh, that poor super nice guy. You know, it's like a doggy dying in a movie or something. You just feel bad, you know. It was a good movie. He was good in that. That movie was great. It was great. Have you seen Fight Club? Seen Fight Club?
Yeah, I didn't remember.
Nessie, you saw Fight Club?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I don't want to talk any more about it, because it's a mindfuck kind of movie. It's really good.
We already, it definitely is.
Yeah.
Don't you hit me. I said don't hit me.
Do I look Canadian? Insulted.
Leave me alone.
Who called you Canadian?
My bike is broken.
What do you mean? I can hear you. Your mic is broken?
My bike is broken. It's smoking and it's on
Oh, your
fire.
bike is broken.
You have repair kits, you can fix it with repair kits.
I know I don't have repair kits.
Oh.
I'm heading, well, I thought I was heading home, but I don't know where the hell I am. Where the hell am I?
Oh yeah, the stream is
Still
lagging a bit.
lagging.
You're right about that. Yeah.
What?
Uh-oh, stream just dropped out. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ruh-roh. Oh yeah, I got a full kick.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Trying to restart the OBS, see if that helps it. Okay, that seems to fix it. Well, you gotta have faith.
I'm going to
Let's
send
have
you
faith.
another. And
Okay. But I think that's just my plain old internet being like.
Where the hell are you? Oh.
All right. Too much bag beer? What the hell are you talking about, bag beer? Is that a thing?
bag here.
You know, like, is that like the really cheap volume stuff, like the cereal? You know, like, is that what that is? Like, you know, like toasted oats, that kind of thing, you know? What would you call bag beer? Like, you know how like Cheerios are always like, you know, Cheeros or something like rip-offy because it's the fake stuff. What would you call like bag beer? You know.
I don't know. Never heard of it.
I like on a
Probably very icky beer.
yeah. Look it up. It's what I'm drinking. Oh, it's a real thing. All right.
It is a real thing.
Holy criminy. B-Man. Thank you, buddy. B-Man donated $1. Thank you very much. There's the bag beer. Is it home brewing? Is it a home brewing thing? Thank you, Brett. Thank you very much, man. Brett always donating every day. It's really nice of you. No, I totally missed you through the two. Thanks, Brett. Beer bag, Etsy. Let's see what they got here. Oh no, that's like a bag to carry. That's a different kind of beer bag. All right. So did you brew this yourself, or did you buy one that somebody did it? Brett the Bamin. Brett the B-Man. The Bamin. Oh, wait, I put a basket on here. I can store stuff now. Let's store this.
Yay!
Let's refuel really quick.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Not you. You. Okay, come here.
I'll do. Oh, this wrench is gonna die. That's what is gonna happen. Alright. I should have brought more than one wrench. Well, this is a good source for brass is the radiators. I got 2 radiators already. And they smelt down for a decent amount of brass.
More meat.
But I fear this wrench isn't going to last long enough to get this last car apart for the next radiator. Does it have windows? Blue windows. Oh, see, it died. Can I repair it, maybe? No. Damn, I was hoping I found a wrench in that sink. That would have been perfect timing.
Oh, shit.
Gonna get a coffee from the fridge. Be right back. See you in a minute, Brett. Oh, these are both empty? Alright. What was that?
I need a you.
I'm sensed.
You're sensed.
Oh, this whole place is empty already. I just got fooled. Do 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 do. Wa-na, na, 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 na. Well, I'll stick coffee in the fridge if I want it cold, you know? Yeah. I'll get it and make it and throw it in the fridge. Come back to it. It's nice and cold and sugary. That's like getting ice cream from the oven.
What was I doing?
Oh, no.
Distracted.
Did you used to live in this place or something, or? No. The center water tower is missing on this one.
No, but we do have a chest almost in every single town that we've been to.
Okay.
Whatever that building was that when you first went into town. I don't know if it's a shotgun messiah or there's a chest on that roof.
Oh, no kidding.
There's a campfire too, and there might be some food and stuff in the chest.
Would you get off? Thank you. Jeez. Okay, okay.
Can you stop crying at me? Bunch of jerks. Ah. Wow. Wow. Ooh, a gun and some bullets. A gun, some bullets, and Billy Idol's Eyes Without a Face. That's a good song. I like this song. I think this is his best song. Out of all the songs he did, I think it's one he should be proud of stuff. Passes the bong, the blue. Pass me the bong, man. Oh, who's that in the chat with me? It's Rosella and Nessa. Rosella and Nessa. Oh, crap. I hear them. They are all around me. Oh, there's a crawler in here. Get out of here. Let me out. I'm out of here. I'm not here to deal with you guys anymore. You guys are jerks. Alright, it's oh, it's 4:20. Okay. We should take a quick hit.
Bowl is not loaded. I'm not prepared.
I was just realizing they do have weed in some of the mods. They should make something special happen if you smoke it at 420. Like maybe it gets double effective or something. Live Life is back after 5 months. How have you been, Live Life? Have you been living life? Human race, rise without a face. I love games that do oh yeah, Rosella needs to play Borderlands with us sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Nessa plays it also. Yeah. Rosella plays it. We get a few people joining from time to time. Stephanie plays it, so we can get different rotating groups through even. Yeah, right now our main characters are at like 31, 32, something like that. But you know how the game is. You just make more characters.
I don't know what level I'm at. Yeah.
I know I'm not a very high level. I don't play it. I love the game. It's an awesome freaking game, but I just don't play it very much.
I have a 13, a 25, a 32, and then a bunch that are like way up in like 50s and 60s, you know? And Krista plays it. There you go.
Yeah, Krista plays it.
Yeah,
I played
a lot of
with
us
her
play
a
that.
couple times.
Oh, and I have the 360 version installed right now.
Oh, yeah. Good, good. Yeah, it's the one we've been doing a lot.
Yep.
Goddess, do you play it?
Me too, Goddess.
There's the trader. All right. Halfway home. Doing good? Yeah. Yeah, I don't play as late as I used to because I've been waking up and doing the day more. But that actually has more to do with the fact that it's wintertime and it gets super dark at like 4:30 here. And it gets real depressing, like waking up so late that you miss the sunlight for a whole extra day. It's like, so I decided this year I'm going to try to wake up at noon so I can at least catch a good couple hours of daylight before it's gone. Nessa, going night-night? Okay, Nessa, thank you for that donation. You can just tell me. All right,
I was
Nessa.
about to say, you didn't just leave. And
You have a good night. Everybody follow Nessa Room's channel here. A couple easy ways. Just hit go to channel on the super chat right there. That's the fastest. You can follow the link right on my front page also. That's super quick. Super quick. Because I think right now Blue's still the stream boss, yes?
Yeah, he's still stream boss.
Okay, I want to make sure that I did it right, I mean.
Yep, you did. All
Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm going to get on 7 days to
All
die?
right, guys.
You lucky. Okay. Good night, Nessa. I'll see you, in the morning, in the afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Night, Rosa.
I hear something
See
out
you
there.
tomorrow.
Good night.
you hear that?
When are you off again, anyway?
I gotta work for the next, 6 days. I
There
don't
it
get
is.
off until next
Okay.
Thursday.
Yeah, I'm not off until next Saturday. After tomorrow, yeah.
Really?
Oh, we'll have to catch on one times or what, so we can
Yeah.
do this again. So, yeah.
That's
So I will talk to you guys later.
Great, have a good night.
good night.
Night. Night.
Why are you sad that you're getting a PS4, Jeremy? He's like, sad. I'm getting a PS4. Sadly. Wow.
He said he's been wanting one for a while now.
I know. What's wrong with that, man? He's like, I didn't want to. All right. So, what time is it? Oh, it's not that late, huh? I think I came back mostly because I was like full on loot, you know? I think that's the bigger motivation to come back. Where the heck do we keep what I mostly call workbench items, you know what I mean? Here. Found it. Electronic, mechanical, electric, plastic, that kind of stuff, you know? Yeah. Oil. Here's those radiators. Got 3 radiators. Let's go and just... Should I just smelt them right down?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. There's 3 of them. I just put them in the same one. Yeah. Brass is the kind of thing that usually when you use it, you just deplete what you got anyways. Any of this stuff brass? Let's look at it. Not really. It's mostly steel and wood and iron. What does a nail gun frame melt down to? It's iron, right? Oh, it melts down to plastic. That's weird.
Plastic.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. I stopped scrapping it, but I wanted to just look at it, you know? And I hit scrap just for a
Yeah.
second. Yeah, plastic. I wouldn't expect that. Just thinking about brass, looking at all this stuff. Alright, well, there's a wrench in here, yeah? I saw it. Let me grab it. And
There's a few wrenches and quite a bit
yeah.
in a few places, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go back out and rip car apart a little bit, you know? Mostly just for brass.
Do you have to have a schematic to repair the wrench, or do you just need steel?
You need some kind of minimal that I don't have. I can't repair it yet. I don't know if it's a schematic. It probably is a schematic. You probably have to know how to make a wrench to repair it. But I'm not sure. Just because usually I don't repair them. You know what I mean? I use the ones I find until I know how to make them, and then I just start making my own once I get a good enough skill at it, you know? It's usually how it goes.
We have steel.
There's probably some cars over here. Unless you guys have already pulled them apart.
Done. Yeah, we have a few,
Okay,
but I don't know
yeah.
if we got all of them.
Yeah, those are probably pulled apart. Either that or they just didn't spawn there, but I think they just got pulled apart. I can always travel on the road itself. There's always cars on the road.
Mm.
Wisconsin. So you know, there's all the weird voter regularity stuff going on. There's a district in Indiana that is done. They're not going to count anymore. That has 0% reporting in. Because they messed up so bad at the election that they couldn't use results. But here's the fucked up part. The election commission board lady is... she was running again on this ballot, and this was her first year. And it kind of looks like she was intentionally put in to just sink the goddamn county in the first place. Because she was forced to step down already. She stepped down today. And they said that they couldn't even get the election done because like everything was just so messed up. So I didn't know this. When you do an election, you're supposed to have one representative of each party. So one Republican, one Democrat, which sounds unfair because that assumes that there's only two parties. You know what I mean? But whatever. And then you're supposed to have 2 judges and 2 inspectors from the election commission. That place had 0 representatives from either party, 0 judges, and 1 inspector. And then a bunch of people that were told to go to like another voting booth when they went there. It was a foreclosed building. It's like, what? So they had to go back to the first one. And the first one didn't have the capacity to handle everybody after that. It's like, man, that's so messed up. So yeah, they had until 5 p.m. yesterday to get it done, and they didn't get it done. So that whole district says, oh, it's settled, 0% reported, and that's that. It's like, that sucks. That's a lot of votes. Just be like, you don't count. Oh wow, there's no cars anywhere this way.
Counts.
I know. Like, yeah, not those ones. Oh, and then Cindy McCain, you know, John McCain's daughter. She had to call in to find out her absentee vote, whether it counts or not, and found out it wasn't counted. She discovered her vote wasn't counted. It's like, somebody fucked up there. She's kind of a popular lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see her on The View. She's son of that Senator War Hero guy who just died, you know? Like, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah, hers wasn't counted. She did an absentee, and she went to go. There was a phone number in, I think it was Georgia, to call and be like, to see if yours was counted. She called in, and hers wasn't. It's like, whoa, that sucks. Koenig's a Jarrah RS. Oh, that's a car, isn't it? What are they doing? Are they fighting in fictional terms? I'm kicking your ass. I'll be in my shiny armored suit. Are you role-playing a beating? This is how D&D nerds fight each other. They role-play jump each other. Some guy's just hanging out in chat, and then someone pops in and says, you're walking down the road when you're surrounded suddenly by 12 guys. They look much bigger than you. Fear enters your soul. What do you do next? I stepped to my left. Hold on. Let's roll your stats, your agility, to see if you can pull it off. Nope, you didn't pull it off.
I used to play D&D.
I love failing to do normal stuff that in real life you couldn't possibly fail at. You're like, I'm going to open the door. All right, we're going to do a stat check. You failed. How did I fail that? Your hand crumbles and hits the doorknob and doesn't open it. I don't know. You're the dummy who didn't do it. I love that about D&D. When you fail doing standard shit that you should just be able to do. That a normal human could just do. Nah, you got really low agility, man. You know what's fun about a Fallout? When you choose your stats, if you choose 0 charisma, you have 0 speechcraft. You can't complete missions because people will not talk to you and will not understand what you're saying when you're turning in missions. They're like, what are you saying? Get away from me. And you can't finish anything. Your game is fucked. I love that they left it, or if you do a low enough intelligence, same thing. A low enough intelligence, you cannot complete the game because people can't understand you and don't like talking to you and won't let you turn in quests. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some real role playing right there.
Game crashed again. Oh my goodness.
It's okay. It's okay. These things happen.
I know, but it's still annoying.
Hit him with a +5 fireball. I like on Futurama when they meet Gary Gygax, the creator of Dungeons and Dragons. When they meet him, he goes, and he rolls dice. Pleasure to meet you. You had to see.
I have so many dice. It's just...
I miss dice.
I don't even play anymore.
I miss dice. Oh, they're just nice to have.
Yeah, I even have a necklace. It's a claw and it holds a D20 on it.
Oh, nice. Nice. D20 is one of the prettiest. I also like the four-sided, the triangle.
Yes.
Yeah. I always like the four-sided. That's the one that hurts if you step on it the most, though. RDR2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Blue. You never played D&D, Dungeons & Dragons? It's an imagination game. It takes your imagination, you know? Honestly, I encourage children to play it. It's got to be the best fucking game for their brain out of all the games out there. It's a shame it got a bad rap because, honestly, you're going to end up with creative genius children. Really. I mean, everything you have to imagine happens. You have to adhere to a set of rules that require, basically it boils down to a bunch of algebra at the end so that you can have, like, adventures with your friends. You can't play without your friends, so it's very social. Like, you know, fuck. Blows everything away. Draw
It's
maps.
a very social game. It is a social game.
It is. You can't
And I'm
play
not
it
a
alone.
social person.
You need like 4 people kind of minimum to pull it off, you know?
Yeah.
Because one has to be the dungeon master. Pretend it's a video game. The dungeon master is your console. He's the guy that gives you your adventure, and you interact with him, and he tells you, describes to you the scenario, and you tell him what you want to do. And so he takes your character stats, and he rolls dice, and there's a math equation to see whether you succeed at it based on your stats every time, which is really just the same thing your video game does when it does armor versus luck versus whatever, when you dodge shots and have criticals and stuff, you know? And so he's kind of like your console, and you're interacting him with your paper and your voice, you know? And it's awesome. I love it.
And you can also buy like mats that have like grids. And you can buy little characters. When you do like wars or whatever, you can play it out on
Every
the map.
D&D kid just has a buttload of graph paper.
Yep.
Love graph paper.
And then a notebook to keep all your points and stuff in. Yep.
I used to. That's how I got into drawing. I would just draw the red cover, the green cover, the blue cover over and over again. I just love them. They were by these artists named Elmore and Easley. They'd sign the bottom every time. They were the 2 main artists for Dungeons & Dragons back then, and they would do all the covers and most of the art on the inside. And I loved their drawings. They were so cool. The blue cover was my favorite. That's the one with the guy on the horse with the sword out, and the little dragon, it's not very big, is like swooping out with his claws out at him. You can tell they're like about to clash. It's really cool looking.
Okay, there used to be a store in the mall that was like for nerds where they sold like games and magic cards. What the heck was the name of that store?
I don't know. Wasn't Spencer's, right?
No, it was
Okay.
like was there wizards in the name?
I don't think they had one where I lived. The mall's over here. I would have seen it definitely. I would have just been living there.
Yeah.
It wasn't Wizards of the
and it
Coast
was, like,
associated, was it?
really- Yes, that's it. That's
So
it.
Wizards of the Coast is the company that makes Magic the Gathering. They eventually bought Dungeons and Dragons, so they own Dungeons and Dragons now.
Yes.
That must have been their outlet then. Okay, Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. No, yeah. They made a Magic the Gathering and a couple other games, but that was their primary game. And I think that game's success is what made them large enough to like buy D&D and stuff, which is fine because it's in good hands. They're treating it well. And if D&D was selling, that tells me that they were looking to sell, you know. So I'm glad that it was purchased by somebody who kept it for what it is, you know. If Disney bought it,
Oh no.
you know, yeah, there would be no more card game. It would be a board game at best, but most likely it would just be a bunch of video games with the name splashed all over it and a series of movies and a cartoon and a cute little character.
Well, you remember that
Looks like
movie
a
that
panda
they
bear.
made?
Yeah, with Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the cartoon
was
better.
horrible.
Do you remember the cartoon about the kids at the theme park? They go through the little tunnel, like the Tunnel of Love kind of tunnel, and instead of coming out,
I've
they end up in-
never seen it,
It was cool.
but I've seen like the cover of it, and I've seen like maybe a few minutes of it, but not the whole thing.
It was cool. It was really cool. Whey protein. Cream-filled wafer bar. I think wafer is wheat, isn't it?
Wafer bar?
Oh, it tastes so good, though.
Okay, I sent you in a...
I can't find ingredients, so I'm going for it. Fuck it. Ah, so delicious.
If there is gluten in there, will you notice an immediate reaction?
The most immediate effects is I'll get a swelling in my nose, and it'll feel like I have food caught in there. And I, every now and then, break it a little bit on accident. So, you know. If so, I'll live with its consequences. Oh. It's just a dehydrated whey protein, so I don't know, but I'm going for it. I don't give a shit today.
Whey protein? Well, whey... It'd be fine.
Oh, God, it's delicious. Hey, doggy. My dogs are staring at me. They're like, you're eating a thing. And you're supposed to share all things with us.
Sounds like my dog.
Yeah.
My cat likes all things like anything that has milk in it. She comes and wants me to give it to her, like yogurt, anything like that. She's like trying to eat. I'm like, get away from me.
My dogs love the dairy, but Midnight can't take the dairy. It gives him rotten poops. He's like lactose. The other dog's fine. She's younger though, so I think that has a lot to do with it. He has to watch a lot of what he eats.
My dog doesn't have any issues.
Yeah.
He doesn't have issues with lactose.
He has to watch everything he eats. Yeah. Like if he eats something bad, he won't eat the whole next day. Like I'll feed him stuff and he'll just turn his nose up and walk away, you know, go sit somewhere else.
Yeah.
Then like a day later he'll be better, so you know. And I always know what it is. It's like whenever I try like a new treats or something like that.
Oh no, my dog is about 8 or 9 now. So
yeah.
He's my first like pet that I've had, and I got him like after my mom passed. So it's like when he goes, it's gonna be hard.
I know.
It's gonna be like doubly hard.
I know. No, that's why I don't like getting dogs, because they only last like 10 to 15 years. Fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's not fair at all. I wonder if they experience time longer than we do, though. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if 15 feels like full to them or not. Because when I think about, like, an insect's life and how short that is, like, there's no way they're experiencing at the same speed we are. Because that's all our neurons in our brain firing off at a rate how we feel to experience it. You know what I mean? So, what if their neurons are firing off faster or slower or something that, like, so they experience at a longer stretch? So it feels like they're doing more, you know? I often wonder that. I have this sci-fi concept of okay, so you ever drop something and when you drop it on accident everything is like in slow motion just for a second?
Yeah.
So like the brain can do that, you know what I mean? Like that's a thing. So I have like a sci-fi concept that somebody develops like a drug or a pill that allows you to lock in that portion. And at first, it's really just meant so that you can give it to like pilots and people in like high crisis situations so they can think faster. But then you end up with a wealthy class of people that end up using it so they can extend what their life feels like. So instead of having an 80-year life, it feels like you have an 800-year life. But because they use it so much, they actually experience life at a different time rate. So they become a different class of citizen than the rest of the citizens that are experiencing life at a standard rate. You know, you can't even communicate or talk with them anymore. And like that's just kind of like
There's a bear over there.
There is. Let's shoot him with our guns. Just an idea I have. I'm here too. Whoa, I'm glad we got up here. He's tough.
Oh, yeah.
Is he dead? No?
No.
Jesus, I did not know they were this strong. There he goes.
Oh, there he goes. No, he's dead.
There's also a zombie around here somewhere?
There's a zombie somewhere. Yeah, I heard.
Oh, it's a crawler over here.
Several zombies. Oh, yeah. Good. Other one over
All
here.
right, got a knife right here. Am I throwing meat down or something? Is it a zombie bear? Rotting
It is
flesh.
a zombie bear.
Aww.
Zombie bear.
You dick. The bear looks so weird on here, I couldn't even tell.
It does, yeah.
Well, what's a zombie bear doing out here? What a butthole.
Those are primarily the only ones that I ever really see on console.
Really? Okay, then. Well, let's finish cutting him up.
That's probably why he was so hard to kill.
Alright, I cut him up. I'm going to make a bunch of candles. Because I'm building a room downstairs and I like to use underlighting. It requires a lot of candles. They look really nice. It looked nice. Did you see that build that I did where I used arrow slits to create tracks in the floor and then hid candles under it so you had track lighting under the floor?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You can do more of that. Okay, cool. Making some tallow. Hey, Martin. Hey, it's not Fat Albert. We can't do Fat Albert anymore. Nope, it's Fat Gerald. Okay, that brass was worth a lot. The 3 radiators were worth about 400 and something brass points in the end, so they go pretty far.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Probably more than scrapping them and then smelting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those are more efficient than the person, you know. Ba-da-dum, ba-ba-bum. go. I got some candles coming. Yay! It's Roberto Gordo. Instead of Fat Albert.
Want the Mexican version?
Uh-huh. Roberto Gordo. Is my dream to sit on the beach in Bermuda? Hell no, I'd get so bored out there. Like maybe a couple hours and all, but I'd be like, can I get like a computer or something? The sun's like putting a glare on the screen. Fuck all this. Fuck all this. I'm out. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. My name is Mud. It's a good song. Primus is weird. I saw Primus once. It wasn't really a concert.
I didn't see Primus, but I saw what's his face?
Les Claypool
from Primus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Les Claypool. One of the iterations of whatever bands, but Buckethead was with them, so I got to see Buckethead. I was right there on the front row.
Yeah, I think that one's called. Actually, I think it's called Oyster Face or something like that.
Yeah, he has really weird names for his songs. Isn't there one called "Sailing Through the Waves of Cheese" or something?
Sailing the Seas of Cheese was one of their albums. Yeah, yeah, he's got a band called.
One, yeah.
Oh no, that's not the band. He does have a band with called Oysterhead, but that's the one with Trey Anastasio of Fish and the drummer Stuart Copeland from The Police. Let's see, Les Claypool and Buckethead.
Buckethead, yeah. He wears.
Oh, there we are.
He's a really good guitarist. He wears a KFC bucket on his head. You can never see his actual face.
There it is. It was called Colonel Claypool's Bucket of Bernie Brains. That was their band.
I think that's what it was. Yep.
That was their band. Mm-hmm. He's a super creative dude. He does the animations that you see as his album covers, and the inside he does claymation. Do you know how hard and time-consuming claymation is? Jesus
time-consuming
Christ.
And hard.
Yeah. And then he supports other animators. Like, that's why he's the guy who does the theme song to South Park, because he knew those guys when they were when they were low-level creators. Yeah, he knew them in that capacity. You know, he's supporting other animators basically. Yeah, he's awesome, man. I'm a Les Claypool fan. And then, you know, to play that bass the way he does, the no fret bass, and then the way he dances and sings it is all at the same time. Dude, the guy's a fucking such a little weirdo.
Oh, he is very weird, but
yeah, I saw them once. It was the filming of Bill and Ted 2. My sister won tickets, and it was the Battle of the Band scene. And so we went to go watch the filming of it, and they were one of the bands that were competing in the Battle of the Band scene. And so they kept doing, I think it was Time of the Cat or John the Fisherman. It's one of their big songs back then, over and over and over and over and over again, scene after scene after scene. Pretty good time. Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. You know when you accidentally pick up almost everything in the box?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, no, I only wanted a little bit of this. Only wanted a little bit of it. Didn't want that much.
I know my brother is the one that pretty much introduced me to a lot of music that I listen to now, but he was a big Primus fan.
I hope Buckethead turns out to be Slash just trolling Axl. Remember they played for Guns N' Roses for a minute there?
Yeah.
There was a Slash be like, you still don't have a band without me. Yeah, Axl was all over the news this week on Twitter. Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
He came out and publicly had to explain. He's like, He's like, listen, we don't give Trump the right to use our music, but he keeps using it anyways. But then he went further, and this is where it was really fair. He's saying he's like, I stay out of politics normally, and normally I'd stay out of it, but people keep coming up and yelling at me about this, and I want you to know we don't support him, and we tell him he's not allowed to use it. The way he's using it is using some loophole by using copyrights that are allowed by the arena and stuff. So he's getting it through loopholes, you know. I was like, but people jumped all over him. It's like, don't get political. He's like, dude, he's like, people are stealing my shit, and they're yelling at me over it. Like, if someone was stealing my stuff, I'd be like, I'm mad. If I got yelled at over it too, I'd be like, I'm double mad.
Yeah.
Jumper Neos, I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, Axel. What? No, you're not going anywhere right now, dogs. They think they're going downstairs or something right now. It's not happening. It's way too late for that.
Your dogs follow you everywhere around the house?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mine too. Yep. Funny because if he knows that I'm getting ready for work, he doesn't like follow me out the door. But if he doesn't see that I'm going to work, he like, as soon as I grab my keys and he like starts wagging his tail, and he will not, he like follows me to the door and wants to go with me.
Yeah.
But every time I get food delivery or my weed delivery, whatever, it's like I always have to take him with me because I cannot get him to stay in the house. But that's my fault because I didn't train him properly, and he's spoiled, very spoiled.
Yeah, my little guys are spoiled. I like spoiling them, though. They're lucky enough to be dogs, you know what I mean? I know who Buckethead is. Do you mean Lord Buckethead or Buckethead? Because there's two. There's also Lord Buckethead. Do you know Lord Buckethead? He ran for British Parliament 2 years ago against Theresa May and a bunch of other people. He's awesome. I love Lord Buckethead.
Didn't you talk about him the other day?
Yeah. You know, which is weird because, like, I actually sent him a tweet like a year ago that said, "Oh Lord Buckethead, will you please start your religion? I would love to follow, asking for a fiend." And I got a like from him today, and I'm like, "Oh, he returns like the Great Pumpkin." Buckethead is Herman Lee from Dragon Force. That's what Blue Ink says.
Dragon Force.
All I know of Dragon Force is that song from, I think it was Guitar Hero 3. The one at the end. Oh, he's guessing. That is a good guess, though. That is a good guess. Are you guessing? Oh, do you know for a fact he is? All I know is he played for Guns N' Roses for a minute.
I don't think anybody knows who he really is because I don't think he ever shows himself.
Okay, he
always has the. I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah, Blue says he is guessing. Okay. They are both amazing at guitar. Oh no, it's nighttime.
Very.
Oh wait, Horde Night isn't until 91.
It's 91.
Yeah. It's like I was just doing the math. Like, wait, wasn't it supposed to be a night? The math. Like, no, it's 91. Okay. Oh my God, this is such a long tunnel. Oh. Brian Patrick Carroll, born May 13, 1969, known professionally as Buckethead, is an American multi-instrumentalist musician who has received critical acclaim for his guitar playing. Looks like Vic looked up some Wikipedia or something, you know? 70 but yet I see you're on day 89. There's a fault in the game. This is the worst travesty since my lawsuit against the never-ending story. My false advertising claim. That's a Lionel Hutz case in The Simpsons. That's one of the ones he claims to have actually done. was his case against the never-ending story for false advertisement. That's one of those Phil Hartman characters I loved.
Simpsons.
Yeah, I'm a big Phil Hartman fan.
Phil Hartman.
He was so great. I like his Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer. I like a lot of his Saturday Night Live characters. His Frankenstein and stuff. He was a really funny man.
Was he the one that played, what was it, McClure or something on the
He played what?
Was it McClure or something like that?
Hi, I'm actor Troy McClure. You might remember me from
Yes,
such
that
specials
one,
as
yes.
Billy. And yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
that's him.
Yeah.
He has a great smooth voice like that.
Really good back and watch news radio.
He was great on news radio. Is that way I'm...
Remember.
Hold on. There we go. Yeah, but he was just a funny man. He was a funny man. He did a bunch of Simpsons.
Yeah.
He was really integral to the development of Futurama. That was his project. It was one of his projects, you know? And then he got killed while it was in development. It came out a little bit shortly after that. And so that's why Philip J. Fry is named Philip J. Fry. It's in honor of Philip J. Hartman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. So thinking about that, and I think about his voice and all the characters he does, he was supposed to be Zap Brannigan. There's no fucking question in my mind. He was going to be, I'm Zap Brannigan. You should go.
Yep.
Like, dude, there's no doubt. He even kind of looks a little like him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess maybe it's time to go rewatch Futurama. I haven't done that in like a year or two.
Yeah. Futurama's great. Oh, there's more lead right there. Nice. Yeah, the new Disenchanted's pretty good, but, you know, I got to get into the characters more. I'm not connected to them, you know what I mean?
That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you like Futurama, you'll enjoy it. You'll recognize voices, you know, at least. Yeah, I know. It's different.
Yeah, it is different, and I was just like, I think I stopped watching it because I was like, it is different. It's drift. I was just, I don't know.
It'll take a little while to get used to.
It's like I like it and I don't at the same time. But I don't know what it is.
I think I just don't like it, meaning that Futurama's probably not coming back in its regular form ever again, you know? I think that's a bit of it. Because it's not. We're not going to see it unless it's in a video game form or some weird-ass side project form, you know? Because it's expensive to produce that show. It really was. They didn't cheap out on the animation. Their animation was actually pretty layered and dense, relative speaking to the rest of the industry. And if they didn't go through that effort, it wouldn't look right, you know? Like, example, a standard animation cell has 3 to 5 layers. Typically a background, a mid, and a foreground. Sometimes you have 5, like, to add, like, effects and things over them. The opening for the Futurama has 82 layers. 82.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, all right, I see what you're doing here. You know? That's a lot of work. What are you talking about? Vivian Campbell, Whitesnake, underrated guitarist? Oh. I don't know. Everyone from the Cramps. They're all the most underrated everything. The girl from Heart, the Wilson sister. Her. She's underrated. Turn sideways. There we go. Do these arrow slits turn that direction? Please say they do. Yes! Oh no! Is the candle stopping me from putting it there? Yeah, there's no space underneath. Shit. So I gotta raise this floor up some. Alright. The floor in this room will actually be one higher than everything else just because of the arrow slit thing. It's gotta be that high. That's just the deal. Okay. Fair enough. Go. I'll put a little stairs right here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just the one stairs. Alright, that's fine.
I'm gonna go mine in the desert.
There we
for
go.
more oil.
Okay. I'm just setting up a floor to this bedroom, you know? Like a little light track. I like to do this. Okay, and then... Okay, so that's going to be the floor shape. Let's make some wood frames. Where the heck are my wood frames? There we go. There we go. That looks nice. Yeah, see, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little tracks underneath that have candles dug underneath so that you have like a floor that actually is like lit up when you come in, you know? And then you can put it in the walls and stuff like that too. It just kind of decorates the room nice. They don't have electric lights in this, or do they? They don't. Wait, do they?
No.
Okay, yeah, so I mean, it's also a nice way to kind of hide your lighting and stuff like that. It just looks good. Getting me some cheese, Jeremy. So I'm listening to the Sex Pistols, Anarchy in the UK, you know. I want to be anarchy. Does that sound like he doesn't speak English? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying with that? I suppose it's catchier than I want to practice anarchy. I want to practice anarchy. Yeah, they sold this album. It's kind of hard to believe in anarchy and get money for it. You know, we're like, yeah. That's okay. The Sex Pistols are just a boy band, though. I told you about my reasoning behind that, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. They were there to sell clothes. A local clothing designer who wanted to sell clothes went and rounded up a bunch of young kids in the street that looked punky and put them in a band and really just wanted them to highlight their clothes. And that's how they formed. So it's like, oh, so you're just like a boy band. You're not punk. You're like NSYNC or something. Like the Monkees. You're like the Monkees. There we go. Wood frames. Don't forget the summer sausage and crackers. What are you talking about? You're a pervert. I don't even know what that means, you know? Just, yeah. Summer sausage. You kiss your mother with that mouth? There we go. Yeah, see? This looks so nice now. There we go. All right, this room's looking cool. do another stripe here. My favorite cheese is blue cheese. Oh, blue cheese is bomb, man. I used to hate it as a kid because I didn't like anything strong, you know? Now all I want is mustard and blue cheese. I used to hate it. I used to hate it. Not no more.
Bacon Gouda cheese is...
Oh, that sounds so good.
Gouda. Yes.
That sounds so good.
When I was vegan, I would eat. Well, no, actually, no. When I was vegetarian, I would eat Gouda because it reminded me of bacon.
Oh yeah.
Vegetarian, or when I was vegan, it only took a trip to Disneyland to
undo it all.
Make that go away.
So what happened?
I don't know. I went to Disneyland with all of my friends and stuff, and I was too lazy to actually go and like look for a salad. So I was like, mozzarella cheese sticks are the easiest thing. So there you go.
Was it animal cruelty concepts that kept you from eating meat?
Not really. No,
Oh.
I just woke up one day and decided to be vegan, and I was for 5 years.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Because I would say, as far as like cruelty goes, it's like, it's kind of the least cruel of all of them. It's like, they milk them. they store them wrong, which is a little fucked up. But you know, they're killing the other. They're killing the other ones. And in the life of a farm animal, dairy cow has probably the best. You probably got the best setup because they keep them for years at least. They're really not used for the meat. When you treat them too badly, the milk gets fucked up. So like, out of all the ones, dairy cows kind of have the best, but it's not great. Just saying, it's not as terrible as the others. So I don't know. I wouldn't feel so bad about a little bit of cheese, is all I'm saying. And the honey, I wouldn't feel bad about the honey either. When people are like, "Don't eat the honey," it's like, come on. The bees. Come on. The bees. Really, the bees.
I didn't really see an issue with that
Yeah.
one. But everybody's different. I was never one of those vegans that was like, "Oh, you need to be vegan," or "I can't be friends with you because you eat meat." No, I'm like, that's my choice. My personal choice is to be vegan, not yours. If you want to eat meat in front of me, I am completely fine with it.
Meat is like 70% of my freaking. Well, because you can't eat wheat. That cuts out so much of the starches and breads.
I know. I would be so sad.
So everything is just bacon and eggs, bacon and eggs, bacon and eggs, bacon and eggs, bacon and eggs. It sounds good and all, but it gets old.
It gets old.
It gets old.
Right. My brother's doing a low carb diet right now, kind of close to what keto is, but he's like eating like pickles for snacks, like anchovies.
Ugh.
I was like, I need bread. I need bread.
He sounds
like,
pregnant.
My go-to is a sandwich.
He sounds pregnant. Just pickles and anchovies. That's all I need.
Pickles. And popcorn apparently too, because I guess that doesn't have that many carbs. I don't know.
And it kind of fills the stomach fast too, you know? Like you feel it in there quickly, so it takes care of that whole like, I need to eat something. It's a good snack food. Not a lot of calories or nothing though, so you know. It's also a good anorexia food for that reason, you know. It's like my stomach is full and I barely ate anything. It's one of the warning foods for anorexia. It's like if they only ate popcorn and ice chips. There we go. Make some more of these guys. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, I actually have been actively aware to try not to allow myself to become... Is it anorexic? The one where you just constantly have to keep trying to make yourself skinnier? So, like, I've lost so much weight this year that I kind of want to keep losing weight. And there's a bunch of times in the middle of the night, it's like, I'm hungry. Yeah, but I shouldn't eat because I should keep my weight down. It's like, Am I starving myself? Am I doing it, not noticing? Am I doing that? I think I might be doing that.
There is a movie on Netflix. I think it's called To the Bone.
Oh, with the girl with the
really
biting.
good.
Does she eat the teeth?
No,
Okay.
it's about anorexia. Like she has anorexia.
Okay.
But it kind of just shows you like the mentality that they have. Like they're so skinny, but they don't see that. They see something else.
Yeah.
Just how much they struggle and their families don't understand.
Well, I don't think I'm like, you know, not like, you know,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
fat. But I would like to keep
yeah.
getting skinnier because it's like, dude, I never get to do this. What up, Jared? I don't even know what I'm down to, but I'm down to something like low. I know I'm down to like 175 or something. I used to be 270. So like it's like for most of my life, so it's like weird being like this low. But I don't want to push it much further because there's nowhere else to go. Under that, it's like, you know. I'm kind of tall too, so you don't want to get much lower than that either, you know? Like, it's like that's a, you know. How much do I eat? When I eat snacks, I eat a lot, but I don't eat snacks all the time. In a normal day without snacks, I'll have typically about 3 eggs, maybe about 3 links of sausage, some milk, and like maybe a little mashed potatoes to go with it, something like that. That's kind of a typical day for me. But I used to like, you know, 3 big fucking plates of spaghetti for dinner. You know, like I used to eat like a lot. And now I barely eat anything, but like I don't feel hungry when I'm done. So, you know, I mean, there's that. I'm not eating myself to like, you know, some kind of stuffed can't move anymore. And when I get hungry, I get up and eat. But I have caught myself a few times in the night going, nah, you just go to bed. You just lose some more weight and wake up. You'll feel better. It's like, huh, am I doing it? Am I skinnying or... Or what happened that I'm eating less? Let's see. There was, when I discovered I had a gluten allergy, that started all of it. And that's when I started cutting wheat and stuff like that out of my diet. And I ended up losing a lot of weight. And when that started, I kind of became a little more obsessed about weight in a way. I was like, oh, this is cool. I want to try to do that, you know, because normally I don't care at all about it. But I was like, this is finally like I just stumbled on the secret to weight loss, you know. It's like, I'm going to ride this wave for a while. You know, and there's a little bit of that, and there's a little bit of just plain old wine too, and then there's a bit of the guy I live with. He's disabled, right? And so he sleeps on the couch, which is in the exact same room as the kitchen. So after like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I feel like I'm waking him and shit. So a lot of times after a certain hour, I'm done for the night. You know what I mean? And so that's a big factor too. If I don't eat before like 8:30 or so, then it's like, oh shit, I'm waking him up. So there's a little bit of that. A little bit of a lot of things, you know, a little bit of a lot of things. A little bit of a lot of things.
Time to get yourself a mini fridge and microwave for your room.
I know, huh? Nah, this cabin's old. It would burn down.
Yeah,
all the extra wiring up here and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
All right, let's see. It's like his family's cabin. His like great grandfather built it or something. Like the whole second floor shakes if I nod my head hard enough. Seriously, I could do this, and you can see my camera bounce a little bit. I have to consume 4,000, 6,000 calories a day to keep my metabolism. Damn. No, I'm down at like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm down to. What would you call like 3 eggs, 3 sausage links, standard breakfast sausage, you know, like Farmer's John's, and like 3 tablespoons of mashed potatoes with a half glass of milk. And then, oh, hold on, Arizona iced teas. That's a lot of calories.
And those are where your calories are. Yeah.
Well, actually, no. This is 300 calories for this whole can. It's not that much. It's a big ass can.
And how many do you drink a day?
2. 1.5 actually. Typically, I have a half that I throw out in the morning. So that's only like, 500 calories. For like, for the whole day for the drink. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. I've seen worse. Oh, no. Hold on. Have I seen worse?
Soda.
What's a can of soda?
All day.
Okay, one standard can is typically 150. So, okay, it's about 2/3 of a standard can's calories, because this has a 100 per serving. Okay, it's not that far. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Why do you stream, not work? Because I'm trying to make it work. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking hate going back to work. I'll go back if I have to, if all crashes down. But damn it, I hate working. If I can stumble on one of these things where I can play video games for my job, I've been dreaming of that since I was 5. I'm not kidding. I would be like, Mom, do you think there's a job where they play people in video games? She's like, no. Oh, okay. Turns out there is. So, if I can make this work, I wasn't going to. Like, this wasn't the plan. I used to stream just for fun, just to stream, And then one day it was MyLink, I think. No, it was StoopCat. Dropped like $500 in a night, and then Filthy dropped like 150 that night. And then like a couple days later, MyLink dropped like another 50, and someone dropped 80. I was like, what the fuck? And I'd never gotten donations before. And like out of nowhere, I started getting them, and so I started like realizing, like today I made more on YouTube than I did in tips at work. Even though it wasn't every day, I was like, this is like a thing, So that's when I started streaming on the weekends, And then when I moved, the place where I live, dude, there's no jobs up here. There ain't shit up here. There's like 12 businesses, and they're all run by the owner and his family. You know what I mean? Like the liquor store near your house. Try to apply at the liquor store near your house and see if they give you an application. And that's what it's like up here. And so if I were to live up here and get a job, I would have to drive an hour away. I'd be spending like freaking $20 a day in gas and then breaking the car every like month and a half, And like, just like everything says, no, this is a bad scenario. So I decided to throw everything into streaming instead, because I can kind of make it swing because the rent up here is cheap. And so everything seemed to line up where it's an actual possibility that I can make this turd fly, And so that's why I do it. That's why I do it. But I'm a really good bartender. I'm a really good waiter. I'm a decent restaurant manager. I can do busboy work and all the other jobs that go inside a restaurant because I've done them all at some point. So, I'm very useful in a restaurant. The reason you want to be good at the busboy is because that day that the busboy doesn't show up and your manager's freaking out, you can actually help him out and be like, listen, I don't mind being the busboy for the day. And he's going to be like, oh, thank you. Busboy makes decent money. Busboy usually gets about 10% of each waiter's tips that he helps out, 10 to 15%. That's usually the tip out. And so each waiter makes $100 in a night. He usually takes care of like 4 or 5 waiters in a night. He usually makes up about $50-$60 in a night. That's not bad for just picking up a bunch of dishes. That's something I'll fucking do. I don't care. I'm not too proud for that, Busboys make good money. Bartenders make more. Bartenders do between 100 and 200. Waiters do about like 80 to 150 depending on how the night is. So I used to do that. It's a good gig. But you get sick of it. There's a lot of stuff that the public does that makes you hate it after a while. You ever see the movie Waiting? They get a lot of things in Waiting right. Waiting isn't exactly right, but they get a lot of things in there right. I was like, yeah.
I worked in my first job was a hostess.
Oh, nice.
My dad I worked for dad, still works there now. He's been working there for like 39 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's been working at the same place. He's an assistant manager, but yeah, that was my first job, and like, people are so rude and so like their time is more valuable than anybody else's. And it's just, like, you just see like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of nice people. There's a lot of nice people, but yeah, there's some
there are
total shitheads going on that you have to deal with like on a daily basis, and you just have to like eat it because that's part of the thing.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
Teddy is here. How you doing, man? Teddy Repskin entered the building. Everybody here. If you're not already following Teddy, I know a lot of you are because I tell you guys all the time. If you aren't, please follow Teddy. Teddy really makes some of my favorite videos out there. How you doing, man? I'm just building stuff. I'm building a bedroom. See? Made a lit up floor. Really nice. I'm going to do the ceiling and the walls too. I'll probably do that tomorrow in a future stream because we're getting towards the end of this and that's a large project, you know, but... You doing good, right?
Yeah, I need to go finish that workroom.
And what, you need to finish what?
The workroom down there so we can have a shit ton of clothes and stuff down there.
Oh, yeah. That room's... I don't know how big you want it. I don't know how big you want that room. That's part of the thing, you know?
Yeah. But I also want to widen that walkway so we can put mini bikes down there because it's a really long walk.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to finish that before I do the workroom. I don't know. Debating. I should probably do the walkway first so that it's not a hassle to get down there. I know, it's kind of like, well, I want to finish that, but then I want to finish that first.
Customer service sometimes sucks. Customer service almost always sucks. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've had people accuse me of being racist.
Really?
Like, okay. Oh, yeah, I worked at
I've had
Target,
that. I've had that.
I did returns, and it was someone that was from Mexico City. They come to Target, they buy a bunch of useless crap, take it back to Mexico, come back 6 months later and want to return. They want their money back.
All right.
Like, okay.
No, I remember because I did bartending.
And I would always...
I do bartending, and
well,
I remember...
would always refuse... Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You always refuse? Oh,
no. And then I would always refuse to speak Spanish to them because they always assumed that I spoke Spanish. And I'm like, no, that's rude.
Not going to do it.
And I was just like, nope. I would pretend to not know how to speak Spanish.
Now, I remember one guy was accusing me of being racist for not serving him in the manner that he felt I should have served him at the bar. But it's hard to do the bar. You're just going back and forth to people, you know what I mean? And and I remember he was like, is this because I'm Mexican? I remember looking at him and staring at him and going, dude, I'm Mexican. Like, shut the fuck up, you dummy.
Oh.
Bartender get away with that a little bit more than other waiters.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did kind of like, oh, you know, like.
Yeah. No, like the lady, she was like one of, the rich people from Mexico, so that they think they're superior to everybody else because that's the way that they are there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no. I was like, no. My policy is 90 days, not 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. The game just crashed again.
Oh, no. Right when I leveled up, too. That's okay. I should probably wrap the stream because I have to go to bed early because I have to do some stuff with Sunny tomorrow.
Early, yeah.
Yeah, I got to do some stuff with Sunny tomorrow.
Got exciting stuff tomorrow.
Yeah. Woo. All right, guys. So I'm sorry I'm ending a little early. I have to. I have to wake up in 8 hours and 48 minutes to get some shit done. It's gonna be great, and I'll let you know when the project's done. And it's something that you'll be able to actually look up. It's gonna be really cool. But I don't want to say too much about it because I don't know how secret it's supposed to be. So I'm just trying to be on the safe side. But I'm doing a commercial style project, and I have to work on it tomorrow. So guys, I'll see you all in probably halfway through tomorrow because Big Creepy, when last did you get donated? Oh, tonight. Brett donated 35 earlier. I don't know. Today I probably made like $50 today, which was a really good day. I don't make some every day. So I'll go days without, and then some days I'll get a lot. And so it kind of averages out. But yeah, I got like $50 today. It was a really nice day. Really nice day. Yeah. But What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I got a project to do tomorrow. It's gonna be really cool. And you might actually see it without me even telling you. That's how popular it's gonna be. It's gonna be a big one. So I'll let you guys know. And but other than that, thanks for everybody for letting me join. Thanks for having me, Rosella. I had a good time. Yeah. We'll do this more. Go look at my bedroom. You can tell I'm starting a thing. So I'll definitely be back to do more of this because I want to make that room look fancy.
Yeah, and you can help get this base looking a little different too, because I do like your builds, and you have more grander ideas than I do.
Well, you know, as I get bored of like, oh, let's try this, you know.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to look at props that we don't normally use and figure out what we can do with them, you know. So it should be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. Thanks for having me, everybody. I'm gonna end stream. Y'all have a good night. See you later, and bye bye.